This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. A dream is just a great idea that doesn't have a website yet. Make it a reality with Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea into a unique website. Showcase your work, blog, or publish content, even sell products and services of all kinds in just a few clicks. With 24/7 award-winning customer support, you can customize everything from look and feel to settings and products using beautiful templates created by world-class designers. And there is nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. Head to squarespace.com/bangbang for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BANGBANG. You'll save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Replace my face with the titular Grace, and I'll forever look like Deborah Messing. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Ah, boy, thank you to be or not tuberculosis for that catchphrase submission. Starting our new year off right. That's right, it is a new year for the show, meaning we just had our 9th anniversary last week. Welcome to, I guess, our 10th year. Welcome to the show. This is Comedy Bang Bang for another week. Scott Aukerman, your host. And what a week it is. This is exciting. We like to start our new podcast years off with a bang. And we have set up two incredible guests. They've both been on the show several times before. They're friends of the show for several years as well. I mean, they've made multiple appearances. Now, one isn't here. And in fact, may not even show up by the time the recording is done from the text I just got.
It's tough to say.
Mm-hmm. And one is here and was here. How many minutes early would you say you were? Because you got here before I did.
About 15 minutes early.
About 15 minutes, and that's how you like to do it. And they're going on tour together, and apparently, I don't know how this tour is going to work, but apparently one of them is going to come and do comedy, and the other is not going to show up. Is that...
Yeah, it's tough to say whether Michael is invested, I think is a word, whether he cares. We've also booked another festival together. People saw that we were doing a tour, and
they got
excited. We started booking other things. Yeah.
Let us lift the veil of secrecy regarding the
names?
Identities of the parties involved. And let us welcome the one that is here, at least. Well, first of all, let's talk about the one that's not here. He is a founding member of the seminal comedy group The State. He is a tertiary character within the wet-hot American Summerverse. And he is an author and a Twitterer of note. Michael Ian Black is not here.
That's good. It's good to see. Good to not see him.
Good to not see him. And he is going on tour with another great friend of the show who's been on many times. How many times would you say you've been on? 50? 50. Yeah, probably 50 a year.
Yeah. I've been on it a lot, and I get a lot of response. People come up to me at 7-Elevens. I've mostly employees.
So they're abandoning their post.
Yeah. And
behind the counter,
approaching me in the aisles.
Mm-hmm. Now, by the way, what are you doing during this? Are you shoplifting at all?
I'm crouched down.
You're crouched down, okay, shoveling things into your backpack. They may not be approaching you about the show.
That's a good point, Scott. However, there is a guy named Jay, and I was writing a lot of material for the show today. Mm-hmm. I always come in pretty low.
No, you come in basically, and we'll introduce you in a second, when our mystery guest comes in to do the show for his 50 appearances a year.
Locked and loaded.
It's heavily scripted.
Yeah.
A lot of times we do the show Curb Your Enthusiasm style, where we have an outline and we just kind of, jump in and sort of work off that outline.
With my glasses and my clipboard. And
then the director comes over and says, hey, can you say exactly this line and not anything else? At least that's my experience.
Yeah. And that's why I'm frustrated, because a lot of the material that I wrote for the show today is based off this guy named Jason that works at a 7-Eleven by my house in Glendale.
And what is the address there?
For the 7-Eleven or?
For your house in Glendale. 7-Eleven,
yeah.
7-Eleven Lane. 7-Eleven. It's where 7th and 11th cross.
7-Eleven Vaughn's Boulevard.
And we'll introduce you in just 2 seconds. But so when he comes on the show, he likes to bring it. So he likes to write a lot of material.
Baby. Mm-hmm. I am loaded.
And you've brought the material.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Yep.
And you just want me to say these lines the way? Okay.
Just the way that I wrote them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest entertainer of all time, Nick Thune, is here.
Thank you very much.
And then the reason I clapped is in parentheses. It said,
clapping.
please clap, which I almost said. Mm-hmm. That was a real close one, but I realized it was a stage
Sometimes
correction.
you write parentheses and you hope people think, oh, that's just a thought.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I would have just thought it, like, please clap. I should clap. And then I don't do it.
Yeah, I'm a scriptwriter, so I'm always looking at the way people read.
Well, you're a storyteller.
Yeah. Thank you.
By the way, when people say, and we'll introduce you in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, when people say...
I hope we get it in there.
Maybe by the end. When people say... there seems to be something with screenwriters over the past... I would say it's taken flight over the past 5 to 6 years where now they want to be called storytellers.
Yeah.
And don't you think that's infantilizing them a little bit? You know, like, I'm a storyteller.
You've met my son. I haven't, but you did.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, your wife brought him by once and really was like, your guest coming up. She even calls you that. It was very weird. He wants a description of his son. So do you mind when he does the show in a couple of weeks?
And the thing is I haven't met him yet because I want to tell his story from kind of like an omnipotent.
Yes, or omnipotent or omniscient.
No, omnipotent.
As a narrator, but an unreliable narrator.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Somebody doesn't, have an emotional connection with the story, but kind of is watching from a camera in a different location.
And you're making a movie about your son.
Yeah.
And how long are you going to wait until?
Well, they call it blowing your load. When you come.
Let me check my notes on that.
But for me...
Oh, yeah, they do. Yes.
I don't want to blow my load as far as the project.
Right. You don't want to put it out too early.
For me. No, I want to meet him. I want to meet him on his 12th birthday.
And you think that's it? Because, I see a lot of biopics, as they say.
Yeah.
And, if you see something
have you seen
like...
Boyhood?
Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
Yeah, were you just shortening it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, I have. But, a lot of these things like that movie about Raymond Charles.
Yes. The one that's, it's a Disney flick.
Yeah. It's Star Wars,
yes,
Ray.
Yes,
yeah. So when you watch Ray in Star Wars, the last 2 Star Warses.
Talk about a complex character, too.
I mean, born blind. Picks up a lightsaber and is not half bad with it.
God. And who thought it? And is it Rick Lucas, the guy that...
I think it is, yeah. I don't know. I don't pay attention to things like that because I'm captivated by the stories.
Well, and I've been talking a lot about lately how I can't read numbers.
You've been talking... I know you've been talking so much about that, and I wondered why that was.
I spell them out. So if I'm doing math, I'm right. I'm spelling the numbers out.
Yeah, N-I-N-E.
In multiplication, yeah. And
yeah.
then even like... the X, like I write times.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to what you were saying.
Why were you talking about this so much?
I'm reading the fucking script, man.
I know. By the way, can we pause for a second on the reading the script?
Yes.
This is gripping.
This is my newest project.
I love it.
And I thought, like, what a great spot to kind of bring it out. I'm sorry I'm crying, and that's because it's said in parentheses.
I
cry.
It is really... you're a good actor, too.
Thanks, man.
The fact that you can cry on command is really impressive.
Thank you.
Now, let's go back to the script.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Now, Nick... you were telling me that you had an interesting vacation experience.
Oh, yeah, the Alani Resort.
Of course, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Disney Resort in Honolulu. I had taken a couple families there.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
I'd taken a couple families that I had.
Sorry, let me try that again. Get a little more natural. Yeah. That's the one. Ha 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 ha.
And I'll tell you what, the laugh there was actually supposed to be a little more sinister because.
I'm sorry. Let me take.
If you were to read ahead, you would realize that your character actually.
Do you mind if I try it again?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
That's the one. Better?
Yeah, that not only better, but
best.
Better than I thought you could do. To be honest.
Wow!
It's like when because I write stuff, and I've worked with Val Kilmer and I've worked with all these guys, and it's like
Val Kilmer and the guys is what they're known as collectively.
And when you see Val nail something,
Kilmer's
and
gang
the guys,
also is
and the guys when they nail it, you think, okay, well, I didn't even see that there, and that's kind of how I felt there with you. And I see a lot in not only your performance, but in the how you chose to wear a dress.
Yeah, well, you texted me, and you were like, "I got some ideas for your character," and before you said anything, I was like, "Let me guess."
I wasn't thinking sundress though, so that.
Now, Nicholas, you are going on tour with the gentleman who may burst in at any minute.
I think
at any moment. But although I have heard that he's still 15 minutes away.
Okay.
Tell us about this tour. You are a stand-up comedian, of course, of note, and people know you for your stand-up comedy. And Michael is
some people know me as just a guy that is shopping at a grocery store.
That's true, because you like to introduce yourself to all who shop around you.
Yeah. And Michael's done stand-up, which I find very entertaining.
He did it. How many times has he done it?
About six.
6 times? 60. Okay, great.
16.
Okay, so this tour will be his
SIXTEE.
TIMES 1 ONE.
Yeah.
This will be his 17th, 18th, 19th. How many dates are you doing?
We're doing 5 on the first run, then we're going to be in.
Wow, what a tour! 5 days. Why did you ask to come on this show?
No, actually, a lot of cities asked us not to go.
So you took a poll of all cities, and 5 said, "Yeah,
5
we're interested."
Yeah.
And are these like 5 random cities that are all across the country?
I mean, Scott,
that are just...
I've asked to come on the show before just because I was bored.
That's true.
And you've made it,
and the audience has replicated that experience.
And you've been very clear that you were boring.
No, we've had some great times together. We've, of course, played tapes of your neighbor getting into an argument with his wife.
Possibly there was a lawsuit.
There might have been a lawsuit directed at you because of that. A lot of classic Thunes.
Yeah, classic Thunes is what the Looney Thunes. They're out there.
They're out there. They love you, the Looney Thunes.
Yeah.
So about this tour, you've decided to hook up
Bring it back, baby.
with a gentleman that is. I mean, safe to say he's definitely within the sphere of comedy, but he's stand-up adjacent. A novice, perhaps, barely scratching the surface rather of the experience one would think to be had to headline a tour of this magnitude.
You're
5
nailing
days.
the script, by the way.
Thank you. I mean, some of the words are hard to say. You heard me say service instead of surface, But you've hooked up with a gentleman like that thinking this would be the right idea to go on a multi, and when I say multi, 5-city date.
Well, then there's a 7-day run in Montreal.
There is.
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah, 7-day run.
And in the same...
At a theater.
In the same theater.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
That just got booked. There's a lot of people talking about us in South America that want us to come on down.
In Brazil?
Yeah. We're going to head down there at Chile. Have you ever been down to Santiago?
Yes. By the way, can I just say, I've never met... Well, why are you making me lie in the script? I know I'm in character, but...
Because you saying you've been to Santiago and me saying that they're interested in us touring there. And
it solidies it. Okay. Yes, I've been to... I love it there.
So you know how they would be into us?
Yeah, of course. I spend half the year there. And what do you... when you do this tour, and we'll talk to Michael whenever he gets here about his side of the story. This, what's interesting is
that's what I like. Is it's almost like therapy,
Well, it almost is like a police interrogation where I want to split you up and make sure your stories actually, are straight. And at the end, we'll find out if you guys are telling the truth or not.
Yeah,
and you'll be arrested.
And I'm in charge of all the green room snacks and all that stuff. And,
are you? Yeah. What are you going to be? What are you going to bring?
We're going to do some crunchies, some munchies.
What about plunchies?
Oh my God. If they have them. That's the thing is you go to these small towns,
Wait, so you're waiting to get the snacks when you get to the towns?
We get there, I go out, grab all the crunchies and munchies.
Look for plunchies.
See if they have plunchies.
Right.
Also the quenchers and the drenchers.
Right. So you, now backstage, you're either using the liquid drinks to either quench your thirst or to pour on each other. Yeah. Is that what I'm getting from this?
Yeah. I've let him know I'm bringing white T-shirts, and if that's something that he's into.
To do a wet T-shirt contest every single night on stage?
With one contestant.
Just him?
Just me.
And one judge?
Just me, and he's the judge.
So
I think it'll go well. Have you been to Asheville, North Carolina?
Yes, I love it there.
Yes. Thank you. Well, I think they're going to be into that. I've been there. I've seen a couple of wet T-shirt contests.
Mm-hmm. That is one of your main cities that you're doing on this tour.
Well, when I go to
what fucking podunk places are you playing on a 5-city out of the way tour that you hyped to me like it was very important you get on this show?
You're making me cry.
And then your guy, who arguably is a bigger star than you, Nick. No offense to you. You've been on the show several times, but he's the draw.
I sent you one goddamn email. This is where the script gets fucking intense.
Okay. Yeah. And I got that email.
Yeah. And you wrote back.
And of course I wrote back.
And you said, I'd love to have you guys.
You're my best friend.
Yes. And then you CC'd Corinne.
I fucking love you, man.
And I don't know who you BCC'd. I can't see stuff like that.
All of them. Your wife. My wife.
I BCC'd Stevie Wonder.
Really good joke, by the way. To break out of the reality, by the way. That's my favorite thing in the script so far.
Thank you, man. Actually, Patton Oswalt wrote that. He did a punch up last night.
Oh, man, he's good. He's a great script doctor.
Yeah, you bring him in,
All right, let's get back to it.
Okay.
Anyway, this is bullshit.
You know that I didn't know he was going to... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I fucked up. And...
That's all I wanted is an apology. But you know what? I'm sorry, too.
Why?
I'm sorry for loving what you're doing so much right now without him. I'm sorry for believing in you so much that to think that you don't need to hook up with, honestly, a guy from the 90s. I mean, he was popular in the 90s, and then he was on a show called I Love the 90s. Like, let the 90s go, bro.
I mean, I'm going through my own
By the way,
shit.
this is mean to write about him, I think. You're
going
on tour with this guy.
I know. He likes his self-deprecating stuff, but I'm going through my own stuff right now, and a couple affairs. Business affairs.
Yeah, I thought I drove past a business complex the other day, and I saw you in it with a woman.
I'm just
in like a pantsuit, and I was like,
I became a notary public, and it's $25, and it takes an hour of my time, and it's not a big deal, and I meet a lot of new people, and but it feels like I'm serving the public, notarily.
Mm-hmm. But you know who you're really serving?
What? Who?
God.
Jesus Christ.
The holy big guy.
Who, if you were to put a stamp on a piece of paper for that big guy.
Yeah.
Mind if I pray real fast?
Yeah, of course I don't mind.
Dear Jesus, I want to thank you for these noodles. Ramen.
Yeah. And scene. Wow.
When Pat slipped that ramen joke at the end, I just thought, okay, no one's going to buy that.
The thing that I respect about it is it's a weird place to end the scene, but you ended on your biggest joke. So It's just good writing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Congratulations, Nick. Well, this is exciting. Thank you so much for including me in all of this.
You know what? When I auditioned you a couple weeks ago, because I read all the big guys, John, Jason, Josh, and
Julie.
Thought, God damn it, if Scott didn't read that right, because we almost had to go with a girl.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You were doing non-traditional casting.
Yeah.
You cast a wide net.
Yeah, a white net. We wanted just only white people to stick in the net.
Right.
So obviously everyone was white, but yeah, I'm glad you accepted the job, and thanks for having me. And
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you know that whoever you would cast, I would have allowed to host today's show. So I'm just glad that you went with me. I really appreciate it.
I know that actually was a big impact for reading it here, was knowing that I had to cast you.
Yeah, well, for it to make sense.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Nick, you're going on tour. What are the cities here you're going to? Bumfuck out of the way, Virginia.
Wait till you hear this.
Okay.
Okay, Athens, North Carolina.
That's respect. I mean, that's where REM is from.
Yeah. And then you do a whole podcast.
I do a whole podcast. So, when you go there, go to Wuxtree Records or something like that.
I've been to that.
You've been there. Yeah,
we'll
take a picture of yourself and go fuck yourself.
And then Charlotte and then Durham and Asheville and Nashville.
So you're going. So this is a tour of the southern cities, and you're trying to gauge some. You're trying to drum up some interest for this idea.
We're seeing if people start talking.
Like gossiping, or
you want some gossip? I said let's give him something to talk about when I talked to Michael, and
sure.
he said, okay.
By the way, you come out to that song, both of you, and you do a full dance during the 4.5 minutes of it.
And the cowboy hats are silly, but in the end,
but they come back at the end.
Yeah, and we have a tour manager, and their whole only job is those fucking cowboy hats.
Those fucking hats. They get their own seat on a plane, Bono style.
Oh God, that and the champagne. That's just like we just want one bottle of Vouv,
Sure, drenchers.
Yeah.
This starts this week, right?
It's in May.
May 9th.
Yeah.
May 9th, coming up this week, May 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that's 5 days there. So, we're really landing the big guests who are out there promoting their huge projects. Sometimes we get movie stars in here, movie directors, television stars, certainly.
Big guys.
I landed two guys who
girls.
are on a 5-day tour, and one didn't show up. All right, we'll be right back.
And you also set up a special time to record.
Oh, yeah, based on when you could do it. It's night. It's night right now.
In my goddamn email, I said anytime.
You did, yes. No, this is not, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I did put it all together, though.
Yeah, what do you want, 10% of this fiasco?
I do.
Look, we need to take a break. From what I understand, Michael's estimated time of arrival, or ETA, is approximately 3 minutes. So by the time the break is over, he may burst into the room.
By the way, F my eye.
Fuck your...
For my information.
Okay. So we'll be right back. I don't know what you're into.
You know what I do? My biggest porn search?
What's that?
Pre-cum.
Pre-cum. Why is that? Just as what you're into.
Yeah.
Because once all the mystery is gone. Once you see how that happens, it's like, oh, that's how we do.
Yep. I just want that drop.
Yep. All right. Speaking of drops, we're gonna have to drop in on a break right now. This is Nick Thune. Michael Ian Black may be here soon. We also have, this is exciting, we have someone from the service industry coming up. Oh, and we have an Earwolf staffer. Will be here in a second. Wants to have a conversation with me. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this.
So I'm surfing the internet,
Yeah, no, you told me you were going to.
and I'm finding that a lot of these sites, when you get to them, are just blank, empty sites.
Right, yeah. It's like a lot just waiting for a beautiful like store to get built, like
Yeah.
a Subway store or something.
And
like
so
a
that's
sandwich
what
shop.
Squarespace does. It's basically a magic pen. It allows you to take these empty sites and paint a picture on them.
Well, and to write the word
hey,
Subway
hey.
and to make a sandwich.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hey.
Scott.
Hey,
Hello.
Sean.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
What are
Thanks.
you guys
What's up?
doing?
We are
we're
doing the ad.
Trying to freaking sell some Squarespace. Thank you.
What, you're doing my ads now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott.
Sorry.
Last week you took over my 9th anniversary episode and you just started doing it just because I was 5 minutes late, and now I'm 5
Yeah, so
minutes late
you were
for the
mad
ads?
about that, and now we're doing the ad.
And now it's like, make up your mind. Do you want us to do the show? You said no. Or do you want us
Hold
to do
on.
the ad?
And
When
we
you
have the
say I'm
courtesy to
mad
show
about
up.
something, it's not like mad about you or like I'm crazy about it. Like I'm angry.
No, I don't think you have the chops to be like a riser.
Wait, this doesn't have to do with my acting ability.
No,
I'm
well,
just
you
saying
brought that
you're-
up.
I'm
No,
saying
you
you're
brought it
confusing.
up.
Oh, so I'm doing like a mad about you?
I'm doing
no, I
mad
think
about
maybe-
you. It's like maybe you
maybe-
could be
I've
his
always
cousin,
kind
Ira.
of felt though that you guys have a mad about you type relationship with like a Paul Reiser, Helen Hunt type style. You know,
Okay.
Okay,
will
yeah.
will they? Won't they?
I am sort of squinting a lot like her.
I did watch Mad About You, wondering if they were going to get together or not, and then about 6 seasons in, I was like, oh wait, they're married.
I think that I'm sort of the Ursula the waitress from Mad About You.
I think you're sort
Where
of
I'm a total
Ursula
space
from
cadet.
Little Mermaid.
Okay, there's a line we don't cross
I'm
in
sorry.
this room,
I'm
Scott.
sorry. Look, can I just can we talk about Squarespace for this ad if you guys are going to be
That's
here?
what-
Please, that's
Honestly,
what
what
we
we
were
were trying to
doing.
do.
We love doing that.
Okay, well, look, if I had to talk about Squarespace, and this is just off the top of my head, right? I would say, like,
No
you guys,
notes yet.
You guys have had a dream once in your life, right?
I did have one.
What was your dream?
I was in my house, but it was like a garbage dump,
Right.
but not the one that I grew up in, like a different one.
Wait, you grew up in a garbage dump?
Yes, but not this one.
Oh, okay.
The rooms were like rearranged.
Oh, okay,
weird.
but you still had the same kind of garbage as when you grew up.
Yeah.
Right,
The same
okay.
kind, but not exactly the same.
Right. Well, so you guys relate on the
let me
level
finish?
of. Oh, I'm sorry. There's
I
more.
kissed my dad.
Okay.
Okay, so and then
Now you wanna
do
hear
we
about the
want
dream?
do you want to know about my dream?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. What dream do you have?
Well, I was hoping possibly to be in that Spider-Man musical.
Turn off the dark.
I was
Okay.
hoping to ultimately turn off the dark.
In the dream, you were hoping that.
Huh?
Okay. Look, what I'm trying to say about dreams is
Hey, I
that
kissed my dad.
okay, I don't know how this relates, but look, a dream is all it really is when you boil it down, when you just like you get concise with it and just like reduce. A dream
Chemicals.
A dream is just a great idea that doesn't have a website yet. Get it?
Dream.com.
Dream.com, of course, see?
Something of a dream.com.
If you go on dream.com, I bet it doesn't exist
No way.
because there's no website for it. Well, what you can do is if you have a dream and you want to make a website, make this website and this dream a reality with Squarespace. That's what I'm trying to say. Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea and your dream into a new
Cream
and
dream.
unique. No, Sean. No.
Ow.
Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea into a unique website. That's
you
all
know
I'm
what
trying to
that
say.
means?
That's all I'm trying to say. What does it mean?
Cream dream.
No, Sean. No. Look.
He
Say-
doesn't know.
Say you have some.
I'll explain it to you later.
I know exactly what it is.
Well, it's a song. The former Bachelor, Ben Flanick, actually had a music video called Cream Dream.
I don't know why you know this. You guys have taste.
I watched the video.
Suppose you have some work that you want to showcase, or maybe you have a blog, or maybe you want to publish content, or sell products, sell services. I don't know what services you guys would have.
And this is all in the dream world?
No, this is in the waking world. Suppose you want to do any of this, and you'd want to do it in just a few clicks. Okay, with
Well, the waking world is just a dream.
now we're
wouldn't you
getting into
agree-
philosophy.
Wouldn't you agree that we are characters in a giant's dream? And then when the giant goes to sleep, we wake up. And then when the giant wakes up, that's when we have to go to sleep.
Is the giant God, or is it just a regular giant that God created?
I don't think so. I think the giant knows God. I mean, I think
They're friends.
They're friends?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting philosophy. I hadn't heard that one yet. But I will say
And they're in
Squarespace.
love.
I will say Squarespace has 24/7 award-winning customer support.
And the giant kissed his dad.
Yeah. And you can customize everything from look and feel to settings and products using beautiful templates created by, not just jerks who create templates, but world-class designers, right? That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. That's
I
great.
hate these fake templates.
Look, these templates. This is the thing. You go on other places, they have these
try and
just
sell you
like
these fake
these
templates.
fake templates.
Yeah. I hate these local class designers.
Oh,
the
guys.
ones that are just like state
The
class.
local artisans who are out there making templates.
Please.
Get out of here. Give
you
me
know what
world.
my class is? The whole world.
Exactly. The globe. So here's what you do. If you want to turn what you have in your head into a website, go to squarespace.com/bangbang.
You got to go to sleep first, get to the dream world.
Sure. Collect all of your dreams, maybe in a dream catcher.
Yeah.
Then go to squarespace.com/bangbang. You're going to get a free trial. And when you are ready to launch, you can use the offer code BANGBANG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Isn't that great?
I think so, yeah. I'm kind of stuck on something you said earlier, but I'll talk
What's
about
that?
it later. Well, you said you can turn what you have inside your head into a website. And I
Yeah.
thought, this tumor can be a website?
Okay. Squarespace.com/bangbang. Free trial. Bang Bang gets you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm here with Hayes and Sean from Hollywood Handbook. I guess I didn't introduce
What's
him.
up, pimp?
What's jumping
not you.
off? What's jumping off, home
Yeah, what's
slice?
popping off? Well,
What's
I'll tell you what's popping
crack-a-lackin'?
off. I want to talk to you guys about Warby Parker. That's why one of the reasons why I'm happy to see you is that I'd been meaning for a couple of weeks to talk to you about Warby Parker. Is that okay? Do you have time?
Yeah, no, I remember that I was getting a lot of sort of mysterious texts that were saying, like, WP must discuss.
And a lot of glasses aren't for nerds anymore.
Right.
As a text, so I'd just be like, okay, thank you. What do I do with
I know.
this
Usually that's
information?
an email.
And
Yeah.
there was one that was a photo of you with these really pronounced cat eye glasses.
Yeah.
And you said, is this sexy or what?
Yeah.
Well, look, that's part of what I wanted to talk to you about Warby Parker is if you need glasses and you go to Warby Parker.
I had LASIK.
You had LASIK. Okay, so you don't need it for another, how old are you?
I'm pushing 40.
Yeah, so another couple of years, your eyes are going to change again, and then you're going to have to either redo your
The
LASIK
effects
or,
of the laser will wear off,
Yeah.
and you'll be much worse.
It's not
than
that the
you were
effects of the
before.
laser are wearing off. It's just your eyes naturally change at around 42 years old to something worse. So
Okay,
you can
genius.
So in any case, if you guys
And
don't
laser
know,
science class all of a sudden thought I was doing an ad.
Dr.
what would you rather do? Laser science class or an ad?
I guess I don't have a choice.
No, we're in the middle
it's
of
up
both.
to you.
Well, look, Warby Parker is a new concept in eyewear, okay? So Warby Parker, I don't know if you know anything about these guys, but they were founded with a rebellious spirit. A lot like you guys.
Wow. Okay. Something of a revenge of the nerds.
Kind of a revenge of the
Would
nerd
you say that
situation.
Warby Parker is a rebel just for kicks, man?
I would probably say that. I would maybe sing it, but and they have a lofty goal. Okay, they want to achieve something with their business, which is they want to create boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Okay, you guys go into boutiques a lot, right?
Yeah, you'll be catching me in a boutique every now and again.
Sure, but what's the worst thing about boutiques?
Oh,
The
I
price
guess the
point.
outrageous prices.
Well, and also that it's not very revolutionary. It's very mainstream.
It's very mainstream with how expensive it is.
Normie prices.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess the boutique, really what's worse for me is it's so crowded because everyone goes there and everyone knows about it and no one's revolutionizing it.
Exactly. Well, Warby Parker solves all of that because their glasses start at $95, which is much cheaper
Wow.
than a glasses boutique.
But these don't help you see, certainly.
No, this is including prescription lenses.
Oh, they must look like shit.
No, they're amazing. Here's what they do. They send you, what you do is you go online to Warby Parker, you pick out like 5 examples of glasses that you think might look good on your face.
And they're all the same?
No, they're different. Well, I mean, you could pick all the same if you want. I don't know why you would, because you want the variety.
Right.
They send you all 5 pair
Okay.
of
And
glasses.
they're smashed.
They're no, why would they send you smashed glasses?
Oh, well, because, I mean, that's the only way that they could come up
That's
with a price
affordable.
point.
No.
That's affordable. If you smash them, then you can keep sending the same ones. They just
No.
get sent
These
back.
are whole glasses.
It takes, what, 6 months, a year?
They send it right away.
Okay.
They send it right away.
And surely the entire thing is fake.
No. It's not a dream. It's not an imaginary story. Like, all of this is happening, Hayes. This
Right
is
now?
happening. Yes. All across the world, people are receiving Warby Parker. It's hard to say, though. I will say that. Warby Parker.
It's really impossible.
They're really
You guys try.
revolutionizing
Makes
the
me
way your
thinking
mouth
of
works.
Patrick Warburton, who's Warby's putty.
You know
See?
what it makes
See?
me
It
think
is hard to
of?
say.
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
Probably because they are so revolutionary and so smart. It makes me think of Dorothy Parker.
Oh, it makes me think
One of the cleverest.
Surrender
Yes.
Dorothy.
Wow.
Why?
And the Agagawa table.
Warby Parker, Warby Parker,
Warby Parker, Warby Parker, Warby Parker. Sunglasses, they also start at $95, including premium polarized lenses, which are scratch resistant and provide 100% UV protection.
And those are fake?
Those are real, and they're available with prescriptions starting at $175 and available through the Home Try-On program. The Home Try-On program I was trying to tell you about is they send you 5 different types of glasses. You try them on to your loved ones, maybe your dog, Sean, and then they tell you what looks good, and you send the others back, and you keep the ones that you like.
Can we not joke about animal abuse, please, in the ad?
What, trying on glasses for your dog is animal abuse?
Forcing a dog to wear glasses.
Well, look, the dog has agency over its own body. It can look at you if it
You
wants
want
to.
us to keep them on his head with tape?
No.
It'll pull his hair off.
No.
Croakies strangle him. Do they do
No,
croakies?
no.
Do they come with croakies?
How much are the croakies?
Look, you can try the frames on for 5 days before sending them back using a free prepaid return shipping label with no obligation to purchase. It's 100% free, and it's so easy a dog could do it. Wait, okay, that's in the copy.
Okay.
That's in the
now
copy.
Hold on.
It says mandatory that I had to read that
Using
sentence.
your dog's paws to...
No.
Because you think you're going to get
Manipulate them?
electrocuted?
No. The dogs are free to do what they want.
And now these are 3D glasses.
These are not
that
3D glasses.
Warby
They
Parker
do not-
went to the movies and
They
said,
didn't-
1 ticket, please, very sneakily, then grab the whole tray, run off, resell them on
They
the
do
internet.
not. No, I do. Although maybe that's the case, I have no idea.
That would be very rebellious.
To find out, head over to warbyparker.com/bangbang.
Can you pick what subscription or they pick for you?
No, prescription or subscription?
You
get a subscription too?
So your glasses are subscription?
and I will never say, "Hey, I made a mistake."
You know what? And I will
insist
fight
on doubling
I will
down.
fight to the death for your right to do that.
Yes,
He was
that's right.
hacked.
You can go over to warbyparker.com/bangbang and get started with your free home try-on today. Choose the 5 frames you'd like to try on, mail the frames back, choose your favorite pair or pairs to have your prescription added to and order. Warby Parker makes your experience completely risk-free and free shipping all around. Visit warbyparker.com/bangbang to begin your free home try-on experience today. And this is exciting.
Hey, I'm doing a little free shipping right now. I'm shipping you and Chef Kevin over there.
Not going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a married man. By the way, do you have an iPhone X? If sure, make sure to download Warby Parker's app.
Do you want me to
If
actually
sure.
answer?
Yeah, go ahead
Do
and
you
answer.
want me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay. What is it? It's a type of phone. If you
I'm
have
sure
an
I have it.
if you have an iPhone X, download Warby Parker's app and you can use their brand new feature, Find Your Fit. And what that does is it uses the iPhone X's true depth camera to map and measure key facial features. And using those measurements, Find Your Fit recommends approximately 12 Warby Parker frames that are likely the best fit for your face.
And these frames don't have a side part, correct? So they just fall off your face?
No.
Nothing to go behind the
No,
ears.
they-
And that's why they're so cheap.
No, of course not. They have the things that go right behind the ears. What do you call those?
And then they send your face to the cops.
No, that's a common misconception.
Okay.
This is not. They
Not
don't cross
anymore.
reference
They used
it.
to do that. Now they don't.
They don't cross-reference
Because if they're
it.
doing that, then I'm just going to pay boutique prices. I'm sorry.
No. You don't have to pay these boutique prices. They no longer cross-reference it through the most wanted list, the FBI. The process is seamless. It only takes a few seconds. You guys have a few seconds to spare, right?
I mean,
Well, I don't know if this is for me.
As long as it-
I'm
necessarily.
going to
As
be
long as it
spending
took
some time now
you-
thinking up a response.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
it took you to answer
So I'm
this,
a little booked.
you have time, obviously.
Yeah.
Go head over to warbyparker.com/bangbang.
And these glasses will hurt you if you try to wear them.
No.
correct?
And they're scared of you?
No.
And they run away?
No. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here. Nick Thune and is, of course, here, and Michael Ian Black still nowhere to be seen. Seen neither hide
I can't wait to
nor
see him.
hair. I cannot wait to see him. Has he changed at all? Have you You've seen him. When was the last time you saw him? In the last 7 business days?
It's been about 6 business days since I've seen him.
Okay. So,
and that's just on FaceTime. We FaceTime. And,
right. Today's Monday.
And we're talking about crunchies and munchies. And
last Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday from a week from last Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's we do work on a business day schedule. That's why we're doing just 5 shows.
Right. But what's interesting to me is, like, I thought, okay, you start on May 9th. I thought it would be May 9th, 10th, 11th, and then 14th, 15th. But instead, it seems to me like you're on Saturday and Sunday.
What?
Did you not know this?
Here's the thing you need to know about me because of my number thing that I think I'm working off a 2011 calendar.
Oh yeah, why is that, by the way? What do you just like the pictures on that one?
Yeah.
What do you got on those?
It's all Far Side.
You can buy a book. Gary Larson made several compendiums of his Far Side material that you could just flip through.
I just bought a ton of those little calendars. They're just the single pages.
Yeah.
You flip them.
Every day? Oh, it's one a day?
They're like Post-it notes without stickies.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about those calendars is, like, unless you have Mary Lou Henner disease, you probably forget them by the time another year rolls around.
What is that?
That's where a photographic memory of anything she's ever done.
Oh, that is a crazy disease.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Do you wish you had that, or are you glad you don't?
I mean, there's a lot of diseases I wish I had. I've never thought about that one.
Well, we need to get to our next guest, and I'm certain that Michael will burst in at some point. But and I hyped this before the break, and this is exciting because we talk to people, Americans of all stars and stripes here on the show, and sometimes people from other nationalities.
Whoa.
Excuse me. Getting choked up when I think about it. It's just about the wide net that we cast here on the show, and just like
the white net. Just
people, the dark net. People in general just are so different, and it makes me really emotional sometimes to think about just like, but how much we have in common.
Can I say how fucking deep that is? Like,
thanks, man.
Wow.
By the way, this script that you gave me during the break.
That was a quick rewrite. I just thought.
Why go into the whole? Never mind. He's in the service industry. That's very exciting because I used to be in the service industry myself, in the both host and waiter, server, as they say, departments. And let's talk to him about what departments he's in. Please welcome to the show, Kenny Takahashi.
Hey, Scott.
Hi. How are you?
It's good to be here.
Talk right into that.
Sorry, I'm
that
just
black thing.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm just like hoping to get a little advice, but
you're hoping to get advice from
you,
from me. Oh, okay. Well, this is Nick, by the way.
I worked in the service. I was a busboy.
You were? Okay, good.
DJ
That's gonna
weddings.
Awesome.
Is that why you're looking for advice from a former busboy and a former host and server?
I think that would be really helpful. Kind of anybody really who's willing to listen right now.
Oh, it could be anyway.
Yeah.
Could take all comers. I don't know. Well, we have Engineer Brett. Don't get on mic. We have Engineer Brett over here, who as far as I can tell, I'm not going to turn my head slightly to the left to check this out, but as far as I can tell, he's never been in the service industry.
Okay.
He's primarily been a recording engineer. No, I'm not going to turn my head.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I just need a little advice because currently I'm a bouncer at a bar in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
And
which bar? Do you mind saying? Or give them a little shout out. So they'll be excited.
Just it's called the Nasty Rat. It's just this.
Is that in the gas lamp quarter?
Yeah, it's in the gas
rat?
lamp.
Yeah.
It's a tough place, and I'm just feeling like I'm a little too sensitive, and I just don't like confrontation, but I've just kind of backed myself into a corner as a bouncer, and I'm just wondering if you have any advice on that kind of stuff.
So you're a bouncer.
Yeah.
How did you get the job as bouncer? I mean,
well, I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
I'm 6'5", I'm built, but
you look 6'5" wide too.
Yeah,
it's incredible. You look like a square.
Yeah, we're talking about a real hard body here.
People call me the square, and
They call you the square.
People call me the square.
Who calls you the square? Friends?
Well, mostly
family?
the people who work at the Nasty Rat. Just because it's like they have an interesting square-shaped door, and it kind of works out where I can just kind of block it. But
what are the dimensions of this door, by the way? Is it how high? Of course, it would be as high as wide.
6'5", 6'5", 6'5".
Okay, really?
So it just sort of works out.
Yeah, 6'5" all
And is
around.
is the bottom of the square parallel to the ground, or is it like sort of at any kind of tilt, like a
It's
diamond?
kind of like
or?
a tilt, like a Japanese game show, like where you have to jump through it.
What's the girth of the door frame?
The girth of the door frame, I think that's 6'5" as well.
Yeah.
Or
That's a thick
I'm sorry, I
frame.
don't know the math on it.
Yeah.
You do know the math on the door, but not the frame.
Well, yeah, the frame. I'm just wondering if I'm thinking of what a frame is correctly. But I
Have you seen a picture?
Yeah, I think I have.
Was that on your phone, or was it?
It was on it. Well, you know what? I think I know what a door frame looks like now.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Yeah, it's also.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this is exactly the thing. Like I'm just scared to like confront people.
It seems
How
like
did you-
such a
yeah.
crazy job to
Yeah.
have.
Well, I mean, did you got it primarily because you're a big guy and they thought you would be physically imposing?
Exactly. And I just look the part, but mentally I just don't. I'm just doing this to get through school. And
Where do you go to school?
Oh, I go to UC San Diego. You know?
Have you ever thought about stripping?
Stripping?
Because you could do one of those oddity.
Oh
Things.
man. I mean, I've never thought about it. but-
When you say oddity, what exactly do you mean?
You know, like I've gone to those strip clubs where there's like circle guys and triangle guys.
You think
Right.
there's a place that can
Like
need a
figure
square
eight
guy?
guys
Yeah.
are the ones that
I could see a place where there's square guys.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like I could try. I'm just like a little nervous to do like a job interview and go through all that too.
Wait, you're nervous about doing a job interview. How
Yeah.
did you get this job then? Did they approach you, or
I tried to go in the bar.
Probably one of those bullshit nepotism things.
Did you see a bar that had dimensions that you could, with a door dimensions you could fit through?
It would just seem oddly satisfying to just fit through the door, and I got kind of stuck a little bit.
Sure,
And the-
because you're 6'5" and the dimensions of the door are 6'5" by 6'5".
Exactly, but
So
you know,
just like, did it take off a couple of hairs at the top of your head?
yeah, I shaved the top of my head off, and so that's what this line's about.
Right.
God, you must have been like one of those like kids that sat outside of Fenway Park. Like someday, you know, I'll play. Maybe I'll
One
play
day
on
I'll-
that field. And you thought someday I'll walk through that
One day
goddamn
I'll
door.
get through that door, and you know the
Right.
human body squishes a little bit, so I got in, but they were.
Yeah.
I just
That's the wonderful thing about the human body is its ability to squish.
it can squish a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, though. That's
would-
all you need sometimes.
I mean, unless you're a contortionist or something. Scott, you seem like such a tough guy, and I don't know if there's any tips that you, Nick, or like either of you have about just like presenting your best self in a confrontation like that.
You know,
Like if a guy-
Yeah, Nick, what
I
do you
don't know.
have?
I would say for me, like the first thing you got to do is you got to pump your chest out a little bit. You know,
Okay.
because if I was bouncing,
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man.
By the way, pump your chest out right now. Could we see the dimensions on this and
Okay,
see if
sure.
you're a perfect cube?
All right, I'll do it right now.
Wow, he's cubing right now. I've heard people talk about
they
cubing.
talk about the cube.
Yeah, but I've never seen it before. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess it's a perfect cube.
You know,
some
what'd be
would say.
interesting too would be to see you holding a Rubik's cube.
Oh man.
It would be really interesting. And did you happen to bring one, by the way?
No, no.
That's a missed
Love to
opportunity
see
I
there.
would totally do it if there was one here, but
Yeah.
Has anyone ever tried to, like, have you ever had a sexual partner who's like, hey, I want to Rubik's Cube you? You know, puff out your chest, and I'm
I
gonna,
wanna-
and then they just kind of fiddle with your body
I want
and
to
try
match
to,
all your parts.
yeah, you know, and try to like, oh, well, let's put your, let's put your leg up by your nose, and we'll, you know,
well, I mean, I can squish a little bit, but I don't know that I could do that.
the human
kind of-
body can't do that kind of thing unless you're in like the Jim Rose Circus or something like that.
Right.
You ever seen one of those like 3-dimensional, like, because I can't draw a lot, but I can draw one of those like
could draw a little
squares
bit?
with the.
Go ahead then. If you want to, you're bragging about your drawing abilities.
Yeah.
Go ahead and draw it. Here you go. Yeah, I'm giving him a marker and the whiteboard.
So what I'll do is I draw.
You drew a square. Wow. So when you said you can't draw a lot, you were really being accurate.
So what I'll do too, sometimes I'll throw another square right there, right?
Oh, right, and then do the connect to the.
Oh,
you-
baby, look at this.
So that's like what he's made is a 3-dimensional cube looking.
That looks just
thing.
like me. It just looks like a small version.
I've never
of
been able
myself.
to draw a portrait before, so that is great.
It's a great cube.
Wow, your likeness is really amazing.
You just drew a smiley face on it. That's me.
Okay. I'm not afraid. I'm going to do
There
it.
it goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I made that the entire dimensions of the cube, which is not accurate.
To me, that looks like the smiley
up
face
there.
is floating inside that cube.
Yeah, that's true. So you want advice from us about how to stick up for yourself and how to
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know. The first thing is do you have trouble saying what you want in any situation?
Well, yeah, pretty much. But like, especially in the bar when there's just like a guy, like a San Diego ruffian coming in and he's all drunk and I have to
That's
kick
a
him
problem
out.
right there, by the way, saying ruffian.
Ruffian? It's
Yeah.
not- like one of those street toughs. I don't know what else to
a
say.
ne'er-do-well.
A ne'er-do-well, yeah. When they
He
come
never
in,
does well.
he's never doing well, this type of guy.
Right.
And I have to confront them. I have to be like, you got to get out. You got to get out of here, dude. And it's just
this is an issue. Your voice. Yeah. just even talking about it, you're getting
Okay,
too nervous.
let's say that I'm one of these guys.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Nick is he's no cube.
Scott,
but,
hand him that back page of that script.
Yeah, here you go.
And okay, so
all right.
and scene start. What the fuck, man?
Hey man, you got to get out of here, dude.
Yeah, let me finish my beer and then maybe I'll leave if I want.
All right, just have fun drinking that beer.
Thanks, bro.
Scene. Wow. Okay.
See, now I think you should have said no. You got to leave.
I should have said that.
Yeah, but it wasn't on the script. That's the problem.
Well, let me. We gotta.
We got to do some rewrites on this.
I really wanted me to come out winning on that.
I know you. By the way, you came out like a real a-hole.
You wrote that so fast.
Yeah. I mean, faster than you drew that portrait of Kenny over here. Well, Kenny, does this? I mean, do you have relationships outside of the bar with? Do you have a girlfriend or
I don't know.
boyfriend or?
I have a crush on someone I work with.
You have a crush on someone with whom you work, really?
Yeah,
bartender.
Yeah.
Bartender.
Yeah, Melody. She's San Diego native. She's
Is she shaped like a
She
musical
sounds beautiful.
Oh, you and I like racing to get there. It's a foot race at this point. When someone says the word melody,
We got to write a project together.
we have to.
Yeah,
You just want half of my income. Is that what I'm getting? Not going to happen, bro. So you have a crush on Melody.
Yeah, she's just really, I don't know, like there's just something about her. She's really sweet. She's, she just, it's kind of that thing where I don't even know if she knows that I exist. you know?
Really? I mean, it would be very hard. You're such a physically, I mean, you must take up so much space.
I do.
In
6
the actual
feet by-
bar.
Demand
6'5" by 6'5" by 6'5".
Exactly.
You know, I mean, how big or small is this bar?
I mean, it's like about 10 feet.
What's
10 feet
So,
back.
there's about a 4-foot cube.
Yeah, it's about the size of this room, I would say.
How do you
maybe a little
travel?
smaller.
Do you travel at all? or-
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're not allowed on planes.
I'm not.
They don't make cars in your debate. You know those cars that look like square, like cubes.
Like the Honda Element.
Did you get really excited when you saw those?
I got excited, but they're just a little smaller than I thought they would. And I
They're
can
like-
only squish so much.
Yeah, they're like
Scott.
6'3" by 6'3". Oh, that's
I've tried
the
it.
humanity.
Going cargo on a train, but that doesn't work either.
Yeah.
But-
What about doing like yeah, I was gonna say I had something. I had a picture in my mind. I realized it was going cargo on a train.
Yeah,
I was like,
tried
you tried it already. Oh man, this is too bad for you. So you've only been in San Diego.
Yeah.
And you've only walked around San Diego until you saw this bar. They redecorated. And
I mean, you could have been born in worse cities. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a beautiful city, sure.
Yeah.
It's really temperate. Like the climate is wonderful.
You ever had one of those? What do they call it? A California burrito?
A California burrito. I think I have.
It's a regular burrito. They put French fries in it.
Exactly. Yeah. I've had a couple of those. I have to eat a lot considering my size.
Yeah, you've got to be taking down food all the time.
Yeah. I pretty much that's what I'm eating. I mean, I get paid in food.
What shapes do you eat normally?
Well, tube shape mostly.
A lot of tubes. Yeah.
Most burritos are pretty nice.
What's your sexual history?
Wait a minute, Nick. I'm not sure that I am interested.
I want
a
to fuck
little
the
bit.
square.
Wait, you're interested?
Yeah.
That's honestly the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
What? Yeah. What is your sexual hit? I mean, obviously, Melody, you have a crush on.
I'm sort of one of those incel guys, but not
Oh, no.
but not like a mean way or just anything like. I'm just involuntarily celibate.
Right.
Just because I can't figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, you're not you don't use that to for violent ends.
No, is that what that means?
Yeah, I mean that whole movement.
Fuck. So sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, you're just such a delicate flower for such a big cube.
I'm sorry. I would have never brought it up if I knew it had
That's
a
the
violent
thing, like-
history to it.
I would, if I were to walk up to a bar and see you, I would be fucking intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. How have you gotten money before?
Well, I mean, my parents really took care of me. They put me through college, and then they found out I was, majoring in watercolors, and they were like, "We can't support this."
How can one major in watercolors?
Well, it's my focus in studio art, and then I just call it majoring in watercolors because it brings me peace because I have a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, my cousin majored in watercolors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real thing. And and when I got kind of the boot financially, I just had to figure something out, and the cube door kind of solved all my problems. In that way.
It was almost beckoning you, like, come through me, squish just slightly.
Squish just slightly.
And a whole new world awaits with a paycheck and melody.
But yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even know how to talk to her.
Yeah, well, I mean, why don't you guys role play this? I mean, you've written it while he was talking, Nick. You wrote this script.
It's a very simple thing. So obviously the backstory. I didn't get to write a lot of stuff up top, but
Okay, yeah.
What kind of backstory have you? Your Melody.
I'm Melody. I don't know a lot about her, but I'm right now literally like a couple guys just left. They weren't that nice to me.
What happened in her backstory and her history to really motivate her?
Single father home. Not
She's got four dads.
Middle class. Yeah.
She's got what?
She's got 4 dads.
She's got 4 dads, really.
Playa del Vista. She grew up.
So wait, so
She's not from I'm sorry, I just have to get in there.
So she had two dads had adopted her.
Yes.
And then they split up and
then they
each
found
married
love again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Wow.
4-dad home. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Typical 4-dad
that
home.
still actually works with the script.
Okay,
so
cool.
What's really happening here is she's clearing a tabletop, couple guys. They weren't the nicest, They definitely catcalled her a little bit, and she's a little down and out, and you're going to comfort her, and scene starts now.
Hey, Melody. You sound like music
Yeah,
to
I'm
me.
fucking fine.
Okay.
What do you want?
I'm sorry you had a rough night.
I'm sorry.
And
I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry.
Hey Mel, this guy bothering you?
No, Jason.
Jason, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I'll get out
Hey
of here.
bro, don't
What?
cube out on me.
Jason, stop. He's sensitive.
I don't give a shit of what he is. You're my girl.
Yeah, well, I told you that was over.
Go call your dads, all 4 of them, and let them know that you and I are getting married.
You know I can't conference call anymore.
I think I got to get out of here. I'm sorry.
And scene. Wow.
Yeah, and that
Some really meaty stuff there about what was up with her inability to conference call.
that's literally her phone plan. Yeah, she's with
yeah.
T-Mobile.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is pre-merger with Sprint. Is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I'm sorry. I
And
just
she had AT&T where she was conference calling, but her other dad, and that was a family plan. So
Yeah, this is a lot of really good.
Yeah.
It's
good
hard to get
detail.
off those
She's a
family
really
plans.
rich character.
Yeah, the family plans are really.
They
beat
designed
them
them,
now.
yeah, exactly. Because one person trying to quit their phone service is like hard enough. The way they keep
Right.
like saying, "Oh no, well, what if we gave you this deal?" But like 5, or in her,
They're backed in a corner in that way.
Yeah, try getting all 4 of your dads to agree on what phone plan to have. Oh boy.
Yeah, we've got a family plan where daddy just gets to do what he likes.
And that's how they structure it.
Are you daddy in that?
So
It's an interesting family plan.
so daddy gets to call whoever he wants.
Daddy-
text.
daddy gets to do what he likes.
I'm just curious how they sold this to you.
But then there's stricter rules on the rest of the family. Well, I don't know, Kenny. I don't know if we can help you. I mean, it seems to me like, has anyone ever physically attacked you at your bar? Has anyone tried to squish your body further than it would go?
Well, they oftentimes I fall asleep in the doorway because it's just so snug and comfortable. And
so it's almost like being in like a dog being in its crate.
Right.
It's just very comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially when thunder and rain is happening. Yeah.
I have a lot of anxiety during storms, and it's really helpful for that.
Can I touch you?
Because
Yeah. Okay.
wow, you squish a little more than
That's
I would
a
expect.
lot of squish.
You're
I think it's
really
just a little
underselling
bit.
how much squish you have.
Everybody can squish in 3 or 4 feet on either side, right?
No, you're like a bouncy house.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've really tuned out the loud air noise pretty well with the sound mixing. But yeah.
Okay, look, Kenny, we need to go to a break, and I don't know quite how to help you. But before we do, I want to hype something because this is incredible. We have a guest. Very rarely does a guest of this stature come into the show, and he just walked into the room right now.
Have you just been mocking me for an hour? Is that what's been happening? Have you just been making fun of me for an hour?
Of course not.
Been singing your fucking praises.
Yeah, we've been talking about this incredible tour you're going on, but we need to take a break.
Yeah.
But when we come back, Michael Ian Black will be joining us. Finally, he is here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
He's got a lanyard on. We're going to discuss that.
I can't wait.
Also, we have an Earwolf employee who will be here. We'll be right back with Nick Thune, Kenny Takahashi from the service industry and from cubing and from squishing 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back after this. Comedy Bang Bang coming up after this. Hey, I'm here with Sean and Hayes from
Hey, my
Hollywood Handbook.
Players.
Hello, pimp. Yas King.
Oh, no. Okay, I have one last thing I want to talk to you guys about.
Yes.
But look, you can't keep interrupting my show.
No,
Okay.
I know.
You did this last week on the 9th anniversary special. I was upset, but I sat on my anger and I just buried my feelings.
Scott, you know what your problem is? It's a matter of perspective. Like, often you'll call me and say, hey, I'm stuck in traffic. You know what I say to you? Hey, you're hanging out in the car.
I don't have your number,
You're
Sean.
listening to music.
Why would
And
Can
I
I
call
say
you?
the reason that I have to say no to whatever you just told me to do is on my way here, I was riding my Razor scooter on the sidewalk, and someone did yell out the window, "Go off, pimp." And now
Okay.
I have to.
I don't care.
I have to continue doing that.
Did
I have
they
to
really
obey his wishes.
though? Did they really?
Yeah, he saw me scooting along, and I was ordered to go off.
By the way,
And
you're
when I said Yas King, I was really
Yeah.
saying to you what I'm saying to myself in my
Yeah.
head, which is like, Yas King,
Hayes,
slay.
you're an adult. Why are you twiddling around on a Razor scooter? I mean, it's Saturday.
You
so
just
I guess-
answered your own question, which is
Okay.
I am an adult and I can do whatever I want.
Okay, I'm not
and
your
there
father.
and there are no parents allowed.
Okay, I'm sorry. But can I tell you about something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about? And that is the black tux. Oh. Do you guys wear tuxedos?
Yeah, I'm
Okay, every
often
time-
in
This is like a
tuxedo.
black swan version of a tuxedo.
Definitely not like that. But every time I've seen you, you've been kind of like, you've seen those movies Snobs versus Slobs.
Yes.
You've been in the latter camp. Like right now, like
The
Sean,
ladder where they're like too slobby to climb the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Like Sean, you're
They
wearing
have a competition at the end.
You're wearing 2 shades of black right now, that don't match, and just like a very baggy kind of hoodie. And Hayes, I can't even describe what you're
Cream
wearing.
colored tux.
Yeah, cream colored tux.
Cream
So,
on the inside, cream on the outside.
oh dear. But do you guys go to weddings at all?
I've been starting
We'll crash 'em.
Yeah, I've been starting to crash them.
You guys
every
are the
year.
original wedding crashers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but none of that trying to get with girls stuff.
No,
Yeah.
That's
just
not
you
for
want to
me.
see protestations or not protestations, but
No, not at all.
no.
Confessions
of love. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it was so much about just the decor.
Yeah,
Because like every little boy, I've dreamed about my wedding day for quite some time, and just everything just right. The silverware.
do you walk in and you're like, oh look, a ceiling, check?
Yeah.
Well, not if it's an outdoor wedding.
That's true. I mean, that's
Which
why
they're
you
doing
go.
now.
They are. They started those last year. Well, look, you guys want to look good when you go to these weddings, right? So you want to.
Yeah, but not for like picking up girls.
No,
or
no,
whatever,
no,
just
no.
because
Of course
it's
not.
respectful of
It's
the
respectful
event.
of the event. Well, this is
Instead
where
of a montage of nude ladies flopping onto the bed.
Beds, which is the part that you remember from the movie very clearly, obviously.
Only because that is not what I want to do.
That was the part that I would have cut.
Yeah.
I would have kept the hugging.
At the end.
Yeah.
You basically like start with them going to a wedding and then just say 3 weeks later and cut to Rachel McAdams kissing, and they're like, "We love you."
The montage
end.
of me on the bed is laying out my clothing options.
Right, exactly.
In slow motion.
Well, look, you don't have a lot of options when you're forced to pick from your own wardrobe, because who among us wants to keep suits and tuxedos for that one day a year you're going to wear it, right? So this is
want
where
me to answer?
No, I don't. This is where the blacktux.com comes in, okay? It lets you rent awesome suits and tuxedos in all styles, in Farnsworth Bentley?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the answer.
That's who among
okay.
us.
Puff Daddy's manservant.
Yes.
yeah.
I wonder, does he
they
still,
were friends,
Does
too.
he still work for
That's
Puff
who
Daddy, I
among
wonder?
us.
Is Puff Daddy keeping him on retainer?
There
In
was
the
a
lean
very
years?
strong wind and his umbrella blew away.
Like Mary Poppins? Do you
Yeah.
think there will be Farnsworth Bentley returns on Christmas?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, look, blacktux.com lets you rent all these suits and tuxedos in all sorts of different styles completely online.
Can you keep it?
You cannot keep it, but with the Black Tux, you can take your style to the next level in funky, cool options.
Yeah.
Does the tuxedo give me Jackie Chan powers?
Like that movie...
The Medallion?
The Medallion. I don't think that The Medallion is about what you think it's about, actually. But you have free home try-on.
Do you know what his main power is?
What's that?
Likability.
I would say that, too. I mean, did you see those Rush Hour movies?
No.
Yeah. Okay, you should see those if you like him.
Okay.
'Cause he's a prime, high level of likability. In
Scott,
nice.
Scott's a big Brett Ratner fan, so he's always going to be plugging
sure
his
about that.
stuff.
Look, with the blacktux.com, you get a free home try-on. You can
It's
feel...
the Black Tux?
Yes.
There's one of them.
TheBlackTux.com. There's only one. It's not some blacktux.com.
Okay.
It's TheBlackTux.com.
And so that's why you have to give it back. Someone else got to wear it.
There's not only one tuxedo. They have several types of tuxedos.
Then it should be thesearetheblacktuxedos.com.
Okay,
hate
but
to
it's
keep
not.
asking
It's
questions.
not. Yes, Sean.
Does it come with a tuxedo mask?
What is a tuxedo mask?
Why don't you ask Sailor Moon?
Okay, look. With the free home try-on, you can feel the quality and see the fit months before your event. And after ordering, your suit is going to arrive 14 days before your event, which gives you plenty of time to try it on. If anything is less than perfect, the Black Tux is going to send you a replacement right away.
Yeah. What
Right
if
away.
you accidentally got black ducks?
Black ducks. So they
Yeah.
send you just ducks that are
Just
black.
a comedy premise. You're going to have to like pick it apart.
Yeah, I do have to pick it apart because it collapses.
funny. It's
That's
a fun
comedy to
idea.
him.
What if you accidentally
It
you open the
collapses
box?
upon one question.
It's a bunch of black ducks.
Daffy Duck?
And they're like, oh, I thought it was what you wanted. They misheard you.
By the way, I want to play Duck, Marry, Kiss with you. If anything is less than perfect, the Black Tux is going to send you a replacement right away. You can wear it, turn heads, then send it back 3 days later. It's that easy. Shipping is even free both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to unturn the heads.
I mean, eventually people will have to turn their head. I mean, or they can. They don't have to, but they are allowed to return their heads back to whatever they were looking at.
Don't drive
Okay.
in it, I guess. I guess you don't drive in it, right?
There may be some danger if you drive in one of these tuxedos because a fellow automobile
Drivesman.
driver a fellow drivesman
Or driveswoman.
will look at your black tux and be so taken with it that they will plow into the car in front of them. I guess there is no disclaimer on this copy, but I suppose they should add that. But
It's illegal to drive in them.
It's illegal. Yes, I've gotten tuxedos from these guys. It's always, they make me look good, and I love going to a place where no one else is wearing a tuxedo and wearing a tuxedo because you look better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like the post office.
Yep, exactly. I don't go there, though. To get 20...
Almost gotcha.
You did. To get $20 off your purchase, visit theblacktux.com/bangbang. That is theblacktux.com.
Is it a purchase? Really, it's a rental.
You're purchasing the ability to rent, I would guess. So $20 off your purchase, the Black Tux, premium rental suits and tuxedos delivered. Guys, please promise me that you will not not do this again.
Do the ads?
Yeah.
Here's
no
the
one
thing.
enjoys this.
But it's
About
a matter
that.
of perspective, Scott. You know, you're hanging out in the car. You feel like we're invading your show. I feel like we're all sharing a nice show.
Look, guys.
And I mushed a piece of wax into the lock on the door, and I was able to pull out a mold of the lock with which to create
Is that
a
how
key.
you got in?
This took a long time. I'm not going to do it for like one
For
ad.
just one ad, yeah. You're going to just steal the computers in here or something?
I can't. Well, that's actually a really good idea.
That's a better idea.
What
than
I'm
just,
doing now is not making me any money.
No, $0. Look, I'll make you a deal. If you stop doing this, I will have you on Comedy Bang Bang as actual guests, okay?
Okay, well, I'll accept those terms. I don't want to overpromise, so here's the deal I'll offer
Do you want to
back.
underdeliver?
I do want to say, if you let us be on Comedy Bang Bang, it will be better than the last time we were on, but not quite as good as the first one.
I think that may
This is Sean going into what he calls Terminator mode, where he is dictating
terms, yeah. So
Yeah.
tell you what, I'll have you guys on next week, okay?
Okay, and it doesn't have to be that good.
It doesn't have to be that good. It
Well,
will,
but better than last time.
Okay.
it will be a bonus episode, though. Sorry, but those are my Terminators.
Okay. So they know, but now they'll know it's coming, the bonus episode.
Yes, so
they'll have
it's
a
not
little
really a
time
bonus anymore. It's actually scheduled.
Hey, well, I guess if we all agree, then I'll be back.
You guys will be back. All right, thebblacktux.com/bangbang, and I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Terminator.
Okay. All right, bye. Comedy Bang Bang, welcome back. We're here with Nick Thune, comedian extraordinaire, and Kenny Takahashi, who is a bouncer in San Diego, who is 6'5" by 6'5" by 6'5" when he puffs out his chest, and is a professional.
I don't know. I'm a professional. I'm just a bouncer.
You're paid to do it,
Okay, I'll take it.
right?
Can I just say, interjecting really quickly,
Yes,
when
please.
I walked in,
Yes.
and I don't know if your listeners have seen the recording setup you have here.
Sure, we're about 10 feet by 10
Right.
feet.
So
We've
it was
talked
almost
about it.
impossible to get around Kenny. When
Yes.
I mean, I don't know that you can fully
I'm so
understand
sorry.
the size of this
Look,
guy.
you try being Melody,
Right.
you know, and I know you don't know what that means.
No, but I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, right.
right. But
And Melody, God bless her heart.
so with her forefathers and her service plan, her family service plan, there's going to be a lot of callbacks to things that you're not going to. Just
Oh, I'm going to
nod along.
laugh and I'm going
Right.
to nod and I'm going to be like, that's a great callback.
That's the one thing too. Nodding on one of my favorite nodding podcasts is yours. When you,
Thank you, yes.
the amount of nods we
Nodcast.
get here.
Speaking of laughing and nodding, audiences have done it now for 3 decades at his work. Since the early 90s, mid 90s. When did the state first come on the air?
late part of the early 90s or
Right.
early part of the mid 90s.
So 95-ish Finkel, somewhere around there?
That would be dead on mid 90s. This would be early part,
94.
even earlier.
93. So
That's
we're
right.
talking mid part of the early 90s.
No, early 90s would be 90, 91.
I don't consider 90 to be the early 90s.
How could it not be? What would it be? Late 80s?
We're talking May. We're talking May in '94.
January 93 is when I believe the state on
And
MTV
scene.
premiered.
By the way, Nick, this scene that you wrote between us all arguing about these numbers and decades.
I've written a lot of stuff for this podcast today.
You're a fast writer, but
I
I
know.
don't know whether like
Well, you've seen me.
you getting them out that quickly is really good for your work, because that one didn't seem to be interesting or make sense. But
I did not write in though how many to cry 4 times, which I've done,
right. You're just too
and
good of
that's
an actor.
really getting into the part. Yeah.
Michael Ian Black is here. Welcome to the show.
Well,
Welcome
thank you.
back to the show.
Thank you.
What a
you.
get.
Shut up.
When you can get them, look. When it's like you're like a Pokemon, which I think we talked about recently on the show. When you can get one, you got to go out there and just grab them all.
Yeah, you go out and you get as many as you can. That's the slogan, right?
Get as many as you can.
Right.
Look, try your hardest.
Which it is honestly a more, I think, inclusive and positive message than this idea that we have to get
You have to
them
succeed,
all.
of course. No, just get as many as you like. As many as are fun for you.
Thank you. That's so much
Like,
better.
Challenge yourself, certainly. Try hard.
But don't
If it's fun.
overdo it.
Sure,
Don't
certainly.
get monomaniacal about it.
And also don't
Right.
feel let down if you don't.
Right.
No, it shouldn't. It's the journey, guys.
Yeah.
I really
It's
love the
journey.
positivity of that.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
What's
Kenny,
that in the journey? What's that?
You're,
Stop
you're
Believing?
miming something
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Don't stop believing. I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So
Thank
all
you.
you did was you stuck out your hands,
Well,
you
you've
tapped
never
a
seen us
table,
play charades before.
and you said, "Don't stop believing." You guys are incredible. No wonder you're going on tour
Here's
together.
what I understood intuitively. Nick is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
He started tapping his fingers. That indicated keyboard. I heard in my mind the trigger word journey, and then I got to Don't Stop Believing.
Wow.
And
Incredible.
it happened in microseconds.
You ever play that Hollywood game night?
Fun stuff.
Yeah. Did you win?
No, I've never been on it.
Is that the one that's tic-tac-toe shaped?
I think you're thinking of Tic Tac Doe
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
with Chuck Woolery.
Okay, I just was.
Oh wait, did he host that or did no? Or who hosted Tic Tac Doe again? I believe he's no longer with us. Perhaps
Wink Martindale?
Wink Martindale, and his brother Blink Martindale. Is that funny, Michael? You've been a professional comedian.
I thought it stinks, Martindale.
Thank you very much, Michael. Have you calmed down? You've been in a rush. You're finally here. You're with friends who are not mad at you.
Right.
Don't listen to this podcast, by the way.
Okay.
When it comes
I
out,
never have before, so there's a good chance I won't know.
A deal is struck.
Weird.
You guys are going out on a tour.
It's a big
coming
one.
up, a 5-day tour in the middle of nowhere that apparently you need to sell tickets for.
Yeah.
So you've requested to
Scott,
come on
and
the
I want
show.
to say, and this kind of is fucking bullshit. Scott has really given me a hard time that we're just doing 5 shows.
Is that how many it is?
Is
it
it?
5?
Does it even qualify as a tour? You know how for like the Emmys, you have to have a certain number of episodes to come out to call yourself a show. And I know the number is not as low as 5.
Well, I think when you tour the South as a comedian, even one feels like a tour.
Right. Okay.
And so we're doing 5.
Yeah. No, that's right. You guys are really.
And there's
into-
the Montreal dates now that are.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
So that's 6. Now 6 in TV
I thought you were doing
parlance.
7 days in Montreal. Are you just doing one performance and
I
you're
think it's
staying there
literally-
7 days?
I don't know how long I'm staying. Are you there for 7 days?
I thought we were doing a series.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know.
You guys got to coordinate this.
Well, we've been talking about snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick's in charge of the snacks, he tells me, and
Yeah,
he's waiting until you get to each city to pick them up, which I think, like, buy them in L.A. where there's a larger, collection of snacks, and then
I'm not going to travel with snacks, man. That's not my thing.
All right, yeah. He talked about the quenchers and the drenchers,
Right.
and the wet T-shirt contest that
Right.
you're going to have, and then the other. By the way, I'm just filling you in so you
And
know
that's
what
just
not to talk about.
Me as the one contestant and you as the judge.
You both you both come out to the song "Something to Talk About" and you dance the entire time silently.
Yeah.
Before beginning your act.
Well, in the cowboy hats.
In the cowboy hats.
But wait,
yes.
wait. The song's playing, but we're dancing silently. I mean,
Yes.
generally, I think about dance as a silent art form.
Well, here's and this is what I emailed you about, but the way I walk around the house is just like, you know what I mean?
Honestly,
You've got a
Melody-
heavy trot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Melody
working on
screams
that. I'm
while
working
she-
on real quiet dancing.
Have you looked? Do you have plantar fasciitis, which is, it can be very painful on the foot, and I'm wondering if your heavy tread is going to contribute to some sort of deteriorating.
Yeah, let me go look at those feet. Do you
foot
mind?
disease.
Do you mind taking off your shoes and go? Whoa, those things are cubes.
Yeah.
What Wait a minute. So they're flat on the bottom
That's
because of all
actually
the
a little bit
stomping.
why I've been.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's really good to meet another cube shape.
I mean, you were talking about triangles before. You've seen a lot of
I've
triangles.
seen a lot of
but-
triangle guys. I've seen a lot of circle guys.
Yeah, but you have some cubes
Yeah.
down there on the bottom. Wow, cube on the bottom. So, in any case, anything else you want to say about the tour? Any other hype you want to spoil the end or the end of the shows?
No, obviously not. But I will say that the climax of each show will be both metaphoric and literal.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So now we talked to Nick is really into pre-cum.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
That's
finish
just
it off.
and that's we're gonna be on the road, and I'm obviously gonna be searching porn in my room, and pre-cum is like I said, my go-to.
Yeah, your go-to category.
It's honestly, for me, it's one of the better comes.
Yeah.
It's better. Honestly, it's better than post cum.
Yeah.
That's what I'm into.
Guilt.
I'm into really post-cum. I'm like 5
Yeah.
hours later.
Yeah.
When
Well,
it's like
you're
a guy
post-cum right now.
just kind of like flipping through a book. Kenny Takahashi is here from the service industry.
Hi, yeah.
We do need to get to our next guest. If you've said all that you want to say about the tour, dates
Yeah, I'm going to take off. This was great.
Please stay, because we have another guest. I've seen her around the halls here at Earwolf. We've never been introduced though, but apparently she wants to talk to me. Please welcome Melissa. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, I guess we're applying for
Yes.
guests. Yeah, okay.
It's actually strange because I just emailed you and I said, "Can we chat?" And then the next thing I know, I get an email back saying you're booked on the show.
Yeah, I send all emails to our producers and just say, if someone wants to talk to me, just put them on the show.
Interesting.
I'm kind of in this position now where, I just kind of want to tape my life and put it out there, So and people eat it up, you know what I mean? So I just tape all day, and if I have a conversation, it's just easier to do it on mic,
I've got like 26 email accounts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, why so many? Is that one for every
set
2
them up.
weeks?
Yeah.
Just bi-weekly email
Yeah.
accounts?
You're free. You can do whatever
just
you
set
want.
them all up.
Yeah.
Melissa, do
yeah.
you email yourself from the various accounts and
Well, I
then
set
maintain
up-
conversations?
Yeah, I set up, obviously for each one you've got to have a backup email account.
Right.
It's like when people play chess against each other, I feel like.
Yep. It's my own thing.
Against each other.
It's
I guess
called,
It sounded like you were describing
sorry,
something
man.
really interesting. You're just talking about when people play chess.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I do like epistles, like
Epistles, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Cool.
I bought my kids some water epistles, and they had a blast with them, so I definitely know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm going to turn my head slightly to the left, though, and talk to
Oh,
Melissa because
that's
she,
tough for you, I know.
because she just came in. But
Yeah, again, thank you for having me on.
well, it's great to have you.
Definitely could have had this conversation off the
This
show.
must be a thrill for you, though, to be suddenly.
I mean,
to be
I
on.
guess. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, this is Kenny Takahashi. He's,
Hi. Very cute.
I'm sorry I'm in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it interesting that you're a cube when you puff out your chest, but you are a bouncer, and cubes don't really bounce? I mean, spheres do. Is that interesting?
It's kind of interesting. Another reason why I'm not good at this.
By the way, Michael Ian Black just dropped something at my feet. It is his room key. What are you? What are you insinuating?
What am I not insinuating? I thought it was pretty direct.
So, Melissa, do you want to chat?
Yeah, I just wanted to chat with you about the podcast and where you see it going in the future. Yeah, I work in the analytics department. I wanted to bring some things to your attention.
That's a big department, by the way.
Yes.
There's a lot of people.
So much number crunching. It is fun.
Do you spell out the numbers like Nick does?
No.
No.
You wouldn't be able to work in the analytics.
You got to know how to read numbers
It's
if you're in
so
there.
true. It's a lot of fun up there. We're having a laugh.
I hear you guys laughing
Yeah.
to the extent where it kind of disturbs the show.
I mean-
in fact, sometimes you'll hear it sounds like Paul F. Tompkins laughing off mic during the show.
yes.
But no, it's just you guys.
yes. It's fun. I feel bad for you guys having to be stuck down here doing all this stuff. You know,
probably
I
never
mean,
get a-
we're up there
No, you
crunching
got-
away.
and you
Probably
guys-
never going to be around the celebs, though. Must be nice for you.
To us, the numbers are the celebs.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Who's like the Tom Cruise of numbers?
Definitely 72.
Oh wow.
Wink. Anyways,
Wink Martindale.
yes.
Or Stink Martindale.
They're both up there in
He
the
said
analytics
stinks.
department, also visiting all the time.
That was purely because of the tense, though, involved. I feel like.
I was having trouble formulating the tense as I was
The more
responding
perfect joke.
to you.
I like stinks, though.
So yeah, I just wanted to make some
Wait, you don't want
suggestions.
no capitalizing on, no building on what we were saying? I mean, normally a guest will come in and be like, oh, and I also have my thing.
Wink and stink. Is this what we're talking about?
Yeah, wink, stink, blink. Does it? What else could rhyme with that?
Young gay men are Twink Martindale, obviously.
That's true.
Also, you could go with a dink Martindale.
Did you say sink yet?
Yeah.
No?
No? Okay.
It's okay. You
I can?
Don't be
Okay.
so
I'm
tentative.
sorry.
I know that you're.
It's like that Zelda Link, if you do, I don't know. That's just what I was thinking.
So is this what you're talking about? Like you want more of this in the show?
Yeah, sure. Some of this. But according to our numbers, what's really doing well in the podcast world
Yeah.
is murder podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh
Real
yeah,
crime,
my
true
favorite
crime.
murder is really
Sure,
big.
sure,
or
yeah.
My second favorite murder, also
Yes.
very big.
Yeah,
Yes.
this murder is okay. It's not my
Yes.
favorite, but we're trying to get in on this whole murder thing.
Right.
So I'm thinking, can we get in on this, on the ground floor? Can we make this podcast more murdery?
So how would you suggest doing that? I mean,
I have quite a few suggestions.
Oh, okay.
What about at the end of every show, someone gets murdered?
Someone in the world, because
No.
I think that already happens.
No,
I mean,
one of the guests, maybe?
one of the people in this room.
Yes, and then, it wouldn't be long to try and solve it. I guess it's pretty obvious we're all in the room.
So like a locked room kind of murder mystery, sort of like a Clue podcast almost?
It's, you know, like what a real murder mystery is like when you get like a comedian like Dane Cook and you're like, you see him murdering and you're like, how?
Wow, shots fired. He's a friend of the
Wow.
show, Nick.
I know. I'm just
He's been on this show once. He's a
fucking
friend.
take it out of the show then, Scott.
I'm going to
Get into the script.
So I don't know. You know, like Mike, would you like to be murdered at the end of the show?
No,
I mean,
but
Yes.
if it would help the numbers and the click-through rates, then
Yeah.
obviously that's something I'd have to consider.
That's
Yeah.
Everybody knows
dedication.
about
I just
that.
feel like I could never murder someone. I don't think I have it in me.
yeah, and I don't know whether you're able to get murdered because, you know, I mean, Nick just barely touched you and you squished in about 3 or 4 feet. Are you able to die, or
I'm
do you
kinda
have,
like-
does your body have so much elasticity?
Like, could you kill a mattress? Is like it
Yeah,
feels like
that's-
that, right?
The great philosophical questions of our
kill a
time.
master?
By the way, Lisa is definitely not a mattress that you can kill. Head over to lisa.com/bangbang, LEESA.com/bangbang, and you can get, I forget what the actual deal is.
It's a great deal.
That's
It's
an
a great
interesting.
deal,
That's an
though.
interesting thought too.
Yes.
Yeah, head over there for 100% off your mattress.
It's a great deal.
It's a really good deal. 110% off. They'll pay you to take it.
But yes, can you murder a mattress might be a topic you guys want to cover a full episode.
That's not a bad title for a show. Can you murder a mattress?
I mean, it certainly wouldn't be any worse than the Are You Two talking all the YouTube songs
or
to me.
you know, obscure
I'm intrigued.
by that
What's
title.
that? Yeah, what is that?
I believe it's a show you're hosting.
Oh.
Coming out soon.
Sounds very good.
I don't know. Like Kenny, yeah, I don't know if we could murder him.
I mean, I've never died, so I'm not 100% sure, but
well, that's the whole thing is like we don't know, you know, several of us could be bulletproof like Superman.
Right,
we just don't know.
We just don't know until
What's
someone
that
tries to
movie?
shoot us.
There's only one
Unbreakable?
way to find out. You know what I mean, guys?
That I gotta say
Testing?
too.
Do you mean genetic testing?
yes.
Yeah, well, that
Let's
might
do
be
Like
more of
23andMe?
that. Let's do more
Do you
of
have a
that on the show.
23andMe deal?
I don't. I have a 22 in me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Well, I had a weird thing where when
Yeah?
I touched them, where I want that. I want more of that.
You want the sensation, the tactile
Yeah.
sensation of
it's kind
touching
of
him?
like a memory foam, I guess.
Yeah.
It's sort of
Yeah,
it's
it's
nice.
like it's certainly not like the 6 inches of dense core support foam
Yeah.
that is in a Lisa mattress.
Yeah, I guess it could be like that. Too.
It's more of like the memory foam. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 2 inches of memory foam.
Yes.
It's not like the Avena trademark.
Has anybody ever gotten
Absolutely
real
not.
cozy on you?
I mean, when someone tried to, when the store was
Would you say?
closed,
Would you
and I
ask?
had
Has
to-
anyone gone Parker Posey on you? Would you say?
Yeah, you don't know what that means?
No, I don't.
Yeah, going Parker Posey on somebody. It's like being in like a whole bunch of movies.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Being widely respected in the
Yeah.
independent sphere.
Yeah.
and in Lost in
While
Space.
never quite breaking through. Sorry. Yes. You, Melissa. You have more.
You know, also, what about cults? They're very big right now. Would you consider starting a cult?
Starting a cult.
Yes, and
Not
then-
talking about one.
Well, you could, if you started your own, then you could talk about your own on the
Then
podcast.
we'd have the proprietary rights to talking about that.
You
yeah.
10 steps ahead of me. I love this.
Right, yeah, because if I were to just talk about a cult, someone might beat me to the punch. Like, did you know that cereal? That was my thing.
I didn't
was
know.
like I had researched the whole thing, and I was gonna come out.
And Sarah
like-
Koenig just stole it from you?
No, she didn't steal it. No, she just it was like parallel thought. She also was researching it, and I was all set to come out like literally the next day.
Whoa.
And then it comes out, it's a huge hit, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not even gonna put this
All
thing
your
out.
hard
You should
work.
release it.
I
You
read
should
about it
release
too, and I'm like, I've kind of been eating grape nuts for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Is that what you're gonna be doing on tour? Stuff like that, or
what do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah. So.
Do you think he did it?
Oh, I never got that close.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I basically I read an article
And
about it.
Yeah, that's when you're angry that someone else kind of beat you to it. You know?
I basically read like a 3-paragraph article, and I recorded like 20 episodes just based on that. Just me speculating about what was his name?
Adnan.
Adnan, yeah.
Let's put it. I say we release that. I say let's do
Okay,
it. You know
okay,
what?
but I'm not sure about the starting a cult thing.
Well, Scott,
Michael Ian Black.
I'm sort of with Melissa on this. There's tremendous upside and very little downside in starting a cult. The
You
downside
basically
is
just described his body, by the way.
There's a little upside to it. Yeah, I would agree.
Very
a
little
lot.
downside. You're all torso.
the upside is you can inspire a lot of followers and potentially make a lot of money.
This sounds like Twitter.
Yes, identical. The downside is very minimal because if you don't have a cult now and you try to start a cult and it fails, you're really just where you started. Low overhead in cults.
Yes.
That's true. I mean, you need one compound, you know. That's not a bad point.
You need some Nikes.
Yeah. Some juice.
There's a period of time where people worshiped me because they'd never seen anything like it.
Wait, there was when people worshipped you,
Yeah,
really?
which
I've
was-
heard about people worshiping pyramids,
Yes.
but they were worshiping you.
Yeah, and it was really tough because there
People
was like
believe in other shapes.
Yeah, well, like you're sort of like an obelisk.
exactly an obelisk or an obelisk.
You don't have to correct me.
I don't know, but it was.
That's the most
I don't know.
confrontational thing you've done, by the way.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm really just trying to figure out my own stuff and yeah, people worshiped me for a minute. There was a leader and everything. I was really outside of the whole situation.
Wait, there was a leader?
Yeah, it was this
They-
guy.
And they were worshiping you.
Yeah,
He was corralling the worshipers. He was-
Exactly.
Did you get a cut?
No, felt very uninvolved.
Right.
Yes,
Also,
yes,
it's
yes.
very hard to give him a cut because he squishes in. So
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
I see. Yes.
You read that just how I wrote it.
yeah. By the way, this script stinks, Martindale. You have other ideas? I'm not sure about the cult one.
I mean, you're really shooting down a lot of these ideas.
Okay,
You know, I feel
well-
like we really met upstairs. We had a lot of laughs over this.
I mean, although shooting.
What are people saying? Like, what are people saying around the coffee machine? You know?
upstairs, I mean, they're not understanding this. They don't get Winks Martindale. It's going over their head.
Did they see that Barton Cohen movie? Barton Fink Martindale?
Oh, yep.
Oh. I mean, I'll ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of their better ones.
You know, what about if we made a podcast for murderers? See, a lot of the podcasts now
for
are
murderers to listen to, or for
Yes.
murderers to perform on?
to listen to.
To listen to.
Because
Okay.
a lot of the podcasts, murder specific, are for just people listening for interest. But
Right.
you know, what about somebody who's
Right, looking for technical help.
yes,
So,
a how-to section? You know what I
How-to.
mean?
So
Yes.
the elements involved would not just be how to murder someone, but also things murderers are interested in, like
yeah,
I
sure,
guess
so-
animal mutilation and
I mean, I think we don't need to pigeonhole them. They have probably a wide variety of interests.
right, yeah, being emasculated by one's mother,
Yes, yes.
Right.
What group did you say you were a member of earlier?
the incels.
Yes,
the incels, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing
I
I'd
didn't
do in a
know.
murder situation, like if it was my cousin Trevor, or my neighbor Jason, who can't park his SUV, what I would do is I would, obviously take him out to a location, maybe
a second location. Yeah.
Yosemite, somewhere like that.
Yeah, somewhere nice.
Maybe like in March
Like a fake-
2016.
Oh wait, is this a confession?
Oh my God.
Well, wait a minute. Whether it is or it isn't, and I think there's a real question about whether it is or it isn't.
Yeah, this
the
is a hanging
podcast,
thread.
to your point, Melissa, suddenly became very compelling.
This is
This
what
is-
we need.
This
This is
yeah,
exactly
a little bit
what
of
I'm
drama.
talking
Yeah.
about.
See, this is the problem with a podcast. Is like you normally. We were talking about storytellers earlier because we're all storytellers.
Sure.
And listeners.
Normally, you have a hook at the beginning and a nagging question that people want to get answered. Normally on this show, we're just talking to people. They're interesting people. Certainly, this is the show where we talk to interesting people.
Yeah.
But
the idea that
like
Nick
yeah,
may
have murdered someone in March of 2016.
in Yosemite.
And if I had gotten some guy on Craigslist to let me use his Hertz rental car account or anything, or bought a shovel at one Home Depot and bags at a different one, kind of spread that across the state, and
Right.
now my like as you described, Scott, so beautifully, we are all storytellers,
Oh,
and
yes, we
just
are.
your description of that was incredible.
Thank you. It's really evocative.
But
I'm a storyteller about the art of storytelling.
and that is what I think separates you from
The apes.
The apes.
Right.
When Nick, because Nick is also a storyteller, not obviously as accomplished, but when you started unspooling this yarn,
And we started pulling at those threads.
yes,
And
my initial instinct, of course, is to go, well, Nick is a storyteller. He's obviously making this up.
right.
But
Yeah.
there's that part
There's
of
that
me.
nagging question: is he's doing it with such commitment?
well, because all my favorite storytellers give the details, like the using a boulder to smash someone's head in, or
a boulder. Not a rock, but a boulder.
And the word boulder,
Yeah.
that's how you tell a story.
Oh.
So if you use a boulder and it's maybe a little heavier than you thought it was, and you know, you're trying to be cool, and
you threw out your back.
you can lift big rocks. You're a cool dude.
Really cool.
Yeah. Do you, by the way, in the upcoming tour, do you lift any big rocks during the show?
I don't want to. I mean, I feel like it would be
we get
crazy
too
to
much.
give everything away.
Yeah.
But you are asking people who come to the show, bring the biggest rock you can find.
Well, yeah.
right.
Yeah, but but I think the question that everybody's going to be thinking is, are they going to throw it or are they going to find geodes?
Right. Yes. I mean that's
smash
the
the
first
rock.
thing that I think
Yeah.
of. Melissa, I'm not quite sure about the trying to lure murderers into listening. I mean, I feel like we have a broader audience than that. I mean, you know,
I'm just here to help.
I don't know what you guys on the 29th floor.
I want you number 1 on the chart, Scott. I love you. I believe
I'm
in you.
like number 5 on the charts. Is
but
that so
there's-
bad? I mean, why do I have to be number 1? I
Yeah.
mean,
It's like, it's like the get 'em all thing.
It's
yeah,
true. It
you know,
is.
like
You're
in a
right, yes.
Look, how am I ever going to topple WTF?
This is how they've.
It's impossible.
Yeah, this is how Mark did it too, because you know on his podcast that's how they caught the mouse kitchen killer.
Right.
From
Yeah.
a comment on his iTunes.
Right. Yeah.
The
I
guy
didn't want to bring
confessed.
that up. Yeah, I really didn't want to bring that up. But listen, if you're happy with 5, then I'm happy with 5.
Well, I mean, at least I don't have to spell it. I can recognize it. I mean, in terms of movie stars, what is 5 when it comes to numbers?
Yes, the old 17.
5 is 17.
Yes, it's so confusing. We have a bit of a
This
chart
is
upstairs.
Really confusing, especially considering we were talking about movie stars.
Yes,
And 17 is SEVENTEEN.
exactly, exactly. Yes.
right.
When I say 17, it makes me think of the movie 7, Brad Pitt. There you go.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Brad Pitt is not bad to be.
It's-
Like Kenny, if someone were to offer you, hey, you don't have to be a cube anymore. In fact, you could have the body of Brad Pitt. Like, and not even current Brad Pitt, but like, you
Joe
know.
I would say not.
Yeah, meet Joe Black, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do that to Brad Pitt, though.
That's
right?
one of my favorite Brad.
Well,
Pitt
that
eras,
is
but
that is the unfortunate thing. Is like if you make this trade, then
Is he going to be cube shaped?
I'd say Burn After Reading was just the Brad Pitt peak for me.
really all Brad Pitt downhill after that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brad Pitt has had it so good for so long, and at this point, you know, maybe he wouldn't mind being a cube.
Really?
You know, and
If
just
that's the case, if he wants to be a cube, I would totally.
you'd have
take
to
Brad
talk to
Pitt.
him before making this
I want to
deal.
make sure that he's okay with it, and we cover all the.
He's the type
bases.
of fucking sicko that probably has like 5 cubes on his property, though.
Wow.
Just
His own cubes.
Do you do you think the Melody would like you a little better if you were Brad Pitt shaped instead of what you are now?
I mean, she'd have to, right? Mm-hmm. She'd really have to.
How would you describe Brad Pitt's shape? It's like it's sort of ovular or spherical at the top,
It's a combination of
and then it
smaller
becomes
shapes.
like almost like a cone around the neck.
Do you ever see those drawing books where it's like a head is a circle and then the neck is a rectangle?
Sure, if you make sort of shapes, you can get the human body. Yeah.
Eventually, you'd have Brad Pitt if you did that.
Or if you
Yeah.
went the other way, eventually you'd have you.
Yeah.
Although Nick has drawn him already, and
Yeah.
it's can I show it to you right
Yeah,
here?
please.
It's like
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
yeah.
That's
it's right
actually a
there.
fairly good likeness.
I've
Yeah.
I've never done portraits.
And I hope you don't mind that I watercolored that.
Yeah, he took Nick's thing and watercolored over it. You were very quick about it, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Melissa, do you have any other ideas, or are those your only 3 ideas?
You know, they told me it would be easy, that you're open to new things, but it just.
Did they really tell you 3 and done?
Yeah, they did. They really did. It's okay. You know, I think maybe I've learned my lesson, and we just stick with what you got. You
Yeah.
like 5?
You don't seem satisfied with that, though. Why is that?
I live the American dream. I want number 1. You know what I
Are
mean?
you number 1 up there on the 29th floor?
You know I am.
What's number one?
Yeah,
in
what is
numbers?
number 1 in movie
In
stars?
movie stars?
Yeah.
In-
Jared Leto.
Okay, not bad. Academy
Yes.
Award winner, although
he can do
maybe
it all. You know what I mean?
it sounds like you like Jared Leto more than maybe
Oh, because 30
film
seconds
historians
to Mars.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
30
What is
seconds to-
30, by the way, in movie stars?
Probably
Zero Mostel?
Richard Gere.
Oh, okay. What is Zero Mostel in terms of numbers?
42.
Okay. Oh, okay. And what is 0 in terms of movie stars?
If you want to write on the side of me,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
do you need to do these calculations?
You know what,
Oh my God, you just squished in like 3 or 4 feet.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help
I kind
that.
of like the feeling of this. You're right. This
Yeah.
cube feel.
This
It's
tactile
weird
sensation.
one time I heard a girl poop once,
Just once.
and
Was it your wife or was
and
it someone else?
I'm chasing that, and now I'm going to be chasing this.
Yeah.
How do you
you know where to
chase the
find
sound
me.
of a girl pooing? Is my question.
You just like crouch outside of public restrooms. You've never been able to do it.
Have only heard it once.
I mean,
Is it
that's
possible that was the only time a girl pooped and you just happened to catch it?
My therapist brought that up. And he's the type of guy that's going to take every angle on it,
yeah, just really attack it from all angles, and that was the one that he hit on. Well, Melissa, I just don't know what to tell you. I don't think this is going to work out. I wish you had more ideas, but it's I mean,
Don't we all?
Yeah, I mean,
know?
I wish you had 4 ideas, but what is 4 the movie star?
It's gonna give you a Charles
Grodin,
exactly.
Bronson.
Yes. Let's
Grodin.
yes.
Hey,
yeah.
let me ask you this question. Which movie star is 420?
Great
420.
question. Great question. Well, it
Do you
doesn't-
mean FOURT? WENTY?
Yep.
Okay.
that's shared by the actors Cheech and Chong? Just what I mean.
The actors.
Yes.
Cheech.
They were in those movies. Remember?
They acted.
Yeah, they did. They were fabulous actors.
Those were documentaries.
Yeah.
Have you seen Cheech Marin in Tin Cup?
I have, yes.
Terrific.
With Kevin Costner. What number would he be?
Kevin Costner, he's a good old 57.
Yeah, that makes
Now
sense.
these numbers aren't. It's not a ranking, right?
No, it's
an
just the level of
association.
fame.
Yes.
Yeah, the level of fame that they are
This is
within the
actually-
Oh,
movie.
it's level of fame.
This is actually what we're spending most of the day on here at Earwolf.
Well, no
is
wonder you're
just
laughing so much.
Associating, yes, these actors with numbers, and it has really no correlation.
Right.
It's not even a ranking.
We're
it's
paying
just-
you for this?
I don't know.
But it's not a ranking?
I mean, it's just, it's basically random. You know what I mean? So that when we're out in the real
But
world,
there's a correct response.
100%. According
Wait,
to
what
the
is
I'm so
100%, by the way, when it comes to movie stars?
Oh,
Because is
God,
that an
let's-
insult, or is that...
Thanks.
Oh, do you guys get into percents?
I mean, if we on a good day,
I learned percents. I guess 15% ago.
oh, great.
Yeah, and the thing that's weird about them,
15% of your life ago?
yeah, because I don't understand
like-
years.
Like 3
So
years
did
ago?
we agree that we're flipping a coin to see who headlines and who?
Because
We agreed on that,
I have
right?
some thoughts
Yeah.
on this after
Okay.
hearing Nick's material.
I mean, there was the great nuts
Can I
joke.
talk to you for a second?
I mean,
You got to headline this,
no,
dude.
it's fine. I mean, like with
I
deals,
know it's
a
only
deal.
5 dates in the middle of nowhere, but
Plus apparently a 7-night run in Montreal.
He didn't read an email.
There's no way I thought it was one thing.
so you just agreed to this?
I saw the financial number. And I
Well,
was
part of
like,
the problem is he's just spelling out these numbers. So is SEVEN, or if you were to do it like the film SE7EN.
I just saw that they were like giving me $125,000.
Really, for 7 days? That's not bad. That's less than I would
You
do
thought
it
it was for one night.
I thought it was for the one.
You were like, I've done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Well, guys, we're getting here towards the end of the show.
We're
I
getting
don't-
paid in dollars.
My understanding is it's in loonies.
Oh, wait. yeah.
I would ask for toonies. If
I would ask for
were you.
toonies. Yeah,
I would ask for
125,000
toonies, yeah.
toonies is going to like
Yes.
almost double your income.
Yeah,
Glad
you'll
we
want
talked
the
to somebody
toonies.
from the.
Look, we're running out of time. I don't know that we've solved your problem, Melissa. I don't know whether we've solved your problem,
You
Kenny.
have not at all.
I don't know how to solve a problem like Nick Thune over here. And
Thank you
Michael,
so much.
it's you're glancing at your watch.
I was trying to see how long I've been here versus how long it took me to get here.
Right.
And
Okay. So
it's
now you've been here for almost an hour at this point, or
About half
close.
an hour, 35
No,
minutes.
certainly not. But close to 50 minutes at this point.
Well, I was outside for a few minutes because I couldn't figure out how to get in.
True.
And then I know exactly what time it was because it's when I was allowed to park outside in front on the curb.
Oh,
And that
7 p.m. Right.
Yeah,
and
that
so
was 35 minutes
35 minutes ago. So
But they say
all right, I'll
driving
have-
back
Do you think
is
it was
the
worth
easy
it?
part.
In terms of sheer laughs, absolutely.
absolutely. In terms of trouble with your mental state and time spent, no, definitely not.
No.
Do you think in terms of sales for your tour, it's going to pay dividends?
Doubtful.
Do you guys talk about dividends up there on the 29th floor?
Do we? Yes. I'd love to take a look at your guys' tour numbers. Let me at them.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, great.
I actually would
Are you
love
just
to hear
you just want to look at the
I
numbers?
I just like to look at the numbers, yeah, for sure, and be like, yes, those are all numbers, and yep, they're on a page.
It would
Thumbs
never
up.
give you some numbers, and then you're like, wait a minute, this is just a picture of a duck in here.
I mean, that's yes, on a bad day, yes.
Right, but when analyzing numbers,
Yeah.
the very first thing you have to do is discern whether or not you're looking at numbers.
Exactly.
It's true. And now here's a picture that I would like. You know when you can take numbers and put them into shapes. So
Right.
if it's numbers shaped like a duck, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Do you mean?
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you see like
Don't
in the
apologize.
Matrix-
Don't apologize.
I'm
Try
really
it again.
sorry.
Try it
Okay.
again. Try it again. Just say you have a question.
I'm just not sorry.
Why
Okay.
even say, I have a question? Why not just ask the question?
Just ask the question. Just
Okay.
get in here and say
Yeah.
like,
All right.
woman, I'm asking you a question.
My name is Melissa, okay? You guys
I'm
get out of your
trying-
incel
okay.
groups, okay? And call me by my name, Melissa.
Call me by your name.
I feel like I have to call you Melissa.
Thank you.
I respect you, and I have a. I'm sorry, I have
you
a
say I
question for you.
respect
I can't help it. Do you see like in the Matrix, like with the like numbers floating down? It sounds like
Sometimes,
that.
yeah, that's when I know I really am getting going on
You're in
these
the
numbers.
zone. Yeah, where it's a beautiful minding.
This is actually going to be a bigger hit than Grape Nuts.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah.
And this is something
Thanks for
I want-
setting the table.
This is something I want you to take upstairs with you, and literally just off the top, okay? And I've written it down. You know what they say? When in Rome, men numerals.
Yes. Yes.
Take that
Can
up.
I talk to you, Mike?
Yeah.
We would love to hire
You're
you.
you're in trouble.
This was a UTA package.
Oh man, I didn't know you were a UTA.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
a
I'm
UTA
fam.
too.
No, I know,
like,
I'm fam.
You're fam? I had no idea. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you gotta come talk to me about these things before. Look, I can get him dropped from UTA if that's going to solve your problems.
It might. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, you guys are screaming in my ear right now.
You're so close to us.
I can't help it.
I don't know where your ear. How did I know it was going to be down here at the bottom of the cube?
You didn't know. I should have told you.
On
All
a
right.
side note, we'd love to hire you for the Christmas party this year, Nick.
I would
We
take
love
it.
like specific numbers jokes, so let's
Yeah,
jam
you
out
guys
some
really-
ideas.
You could exchange digits.
Oh my God, guys!
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the most fun. If
Thank
you
you.
could do more stuff like this
You're
on the show,
pre-coming right now.
yes.
All right, look, we're running out of time. We just have one last thing to do on the show, and that is a little something called plugs.
Tuesday, baby, 2 eyes and her eyes met finally cross time, and we opened up the blog bag and we heard all about what's been going on inside the world of content, sponsored by subscriptions to prepackaged meals and website tools and mattresses and friends who also crank out more free content for a generation of writers, self-absorbed and grateful, shed led with unbridled padlock, dog like us for the next bell or pop or red dot just as long as something new comes out the pipe to kill that existential dread.
Oh boy. Okay, that was Pavlov's Plugs by Assonant Verbs. Wondering about the possibility of cultural appropriation with that song. What do you think, Michael?
I enjoyed it. I liked the up tempo. I liked the international flavor. I give it, Melissa. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh,
An 8,
great.
which is
Which is what?
Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. All right, what are we plugging, guys? Obviously, have you named this tour? We never talked about this.
No.
The UTA prepackaged, this might be a bad idea.
And not a terrible name for
Please
the tour.
stick around for your headliner, depending on the coin flip.
Yeah, not a terrible
Listen,
name.
they bring me in for the snacks, and I get the green room set up, and Michael
And the
basically-
drenchers.
Yeah, and Michael,
But you took that on yourself. Let's be fair. Like in general, there are riders and there's people responsible
people
at every
normally would do
venue
this for you,
to
yeah.
do it. You took it on yourself. You wanted to supply the snacks.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm getting guilted about this.
That's
No.
the thing. You can't offer to
That's
do
not-
something
that's
that no one wants you to
and
do,
you know what?
and then
Yeah.
hold someone
It feels
emotionally
very
hostage.
passive aggressive, doesn't
and this
it?
is
Exactly.
kind of the stuff that my wife and I are dealing with in therapy, where it's like I wanted to get you snacks because I find pleasure in watching someone receive snacks.
And scene. Okay, now you wrote that so quickly.
So good.
Thank you.
Wow.
And that was maybe the most powerful scene that we've done. So now this tour starts May 9th and then ends just in the blink of an eye, 5 days later.
That's right.
And do you have those dates for Montreal yet?
No. And that,
Because you may be backing
You know
out
what's
of this.
interesting about that word states. Is it?
It's pluralized, yes.
Yeah, and
much like Stinks Martindale. Okay, well,
I'm excited about those. I think it's going to be in the Just for Laughs festival. It's going to be right in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, which, by the way, you were just pretending to play piano, like the song in the heat of the moment.
Michael and I will probably both be at the Hyatt.
I bet you will be. So fans, okay, now Michael's checking his email.
One show.
It says one show?
And we spoke about how I don't know how to read numbers.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
It's written out. It's written out. 0.
Zero N-E?
Because they put a zero instead of the N.
Instead of the O.
That is confusing.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
That's too bad. Okay, well, you guys will work this out, and I'm sure that we'll. Please come back on the show when it's decided and you want to promote this one show.
You know, I mean, the thing about this tour is I'm just a really laid back guy, and I like snacks, and I'm really excited.
Well, Nick, I just want to say I'm excited to co-headline this this short mini tour with you, and I'm looking forward to the hours in the car that we're gonna share, driving from city to city on the southern half of these United States.
From Asheville to Nashville.
Great. What a sell. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Athens to Nashville.
Okay, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, and it's actually catchier the way you did it.
Yeah, that's why I probably
less
did the way
correct,
I did it.
though.
Yeah, okay, okay, fine.
Because it starts in Athens. and
Kenny
it ends-
wouldn't do this to me. He
Well,
wouldn't be so confrontational.
never. I'm
unless
sorry.
I
don't think
mispronounced
Michael's being
obelisk.
confrontational at all.
I wasn't trying to be, but in the spirit of solving a murder, if you get the clues wrong to begin with, you're never going to solve the murder. It starts in Athens.
Okay,
it ends
Michael.
in Nashville.
The murder can't happen now because 2 people still have their plugs to go. All right?
I just want to say that ratings for this show has gone up since we've said the word murder so many times.
Yeah.
So I just congrats to everybody.
Okay, great. Melissa, do you want to plug anything? Do you want to plug the 29th floor? Anything going on up there? Or?
Shout out to the 29th floor, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to have a pizza party tomorrow, and
Okay.
it's going to be great.
You guys
Now-
have elevator and stair access, or?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You got to for fire stuff.
Is
you
that
know?
pizza going to be shaped like a 0?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes, it is. Yeah, but more of a...
Or more like a cube
Could be like
Kenny over
pie,
here?
3.14. The rest
Yeah,
of it,
pizza
right?
pie. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, guys, sure.
You got as
okay.
far as the 4.
Yeah, I mean,
That's about as far as I can go, too.
I just realized it would keep going, and what's the point?
Oh, it's 3.14769415328009. I can keep going.
Let me
Sure,
just
but
say,
what's the point?
That was
if
my
this
point.
tour doesn't work out for you, and I don't know, we're not
Sure,
sure.
jury's
I would
out.
love to offer you a job upstairs.
Thanks. I had maybe my best pre-cum of the podcast just now.
Great.
Yeah.
You and me both. I love this.
Anything else you want to plug? You got any entertainment out there that
Sure, you want
you
to go
enjoy?
see a show at UCB on Wednesday at 8:30
This
p.m.?
coming Wednesday
This
in
coming
UCB in
Wednesday.
Los Angeles?
Sure, it's UCB Sunset. Go see a show. You
What
might
show?
see some interesting. It's the Bombardier Mod Show.
The Bombardier Mod Show?
Yeah, doesn't that sound like a made-up thing?
Yeah, it does.
But it is a made-up thing.
Well, everything's made up.
Other than trees and
It's true. Yeah.
the seas.
You sure go see that.
No, the letter C.
It's not made up.
Speaking of sea, I'm cringing.
You said the C's, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Kenny Takahashi
Yeah.
of the bar. What was it? The Dirty Rat?
It's the Nasty Rat.
Nasty Rat down there in San Diego. People can go and try to fit into the other 4 by
There's about 3.5 feet,
3.5 feet.
outside of my size.
your body that they can fit in at the end of the bar.
Just visit me because I can't visit you. Was
Right,
my
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, because you probably don't have a door the dimensions that you would fit through.
Right.
Anything else you want to plug? Any entertainment you're a fan of that's out there?
It's similarly to Melissa. Yeti at Herald Night at UCB, another
Great,
made-up
yeah.
sounding thing.
Yeti at Herald Night.
Yeah.
At UCB Sunset as well? or
Franklin.
Franklin.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yeti's at Franklin, Bombardiers at Sunset. Come on.
You guys are very into specific mod teams and
It's just-
Herald teams.
It's all we care about.
All we care about. Yeah.
I just want to plug the previously aforementioned by Michael show. Are You Talking REM Re-Me? That comes out on Wednesdays, and Freedom comes out on Thursdays. If you want to check out me, Paul F. Tompkins, and Lauren Lapkus, our show on Stitcher Premium, go head over to stitcherpremium.com/Freedom, and Freedom will give you a free month, and you can catch up on our show, and that comes out on Thursdays. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
Oh, what a bag
like it's time to open it.
It's time to open It's time to open the bag.
It's time to open up bag. It's time to open up bag. Open up bag. Open up bag.
All right, guys. Well, we're out of time here. I want to thank our guests, Nick Thune, Michael Ian Black. Good luck with that. Michael, I'd love to see you around the UTA halls one of these days.
Yeah, I'm going.
You've already taken off your headphones? You're like out the door, Nick? Jesus.
I thought you don't want to hear any more from me.
I mean, all right, fair point. But yeah, I'd love to see you there at some point.
Yeah, I'm doing office hours there Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay,
I don't know
great.
when your office hours are scheduled.
Mine are usually, I can only get there Wednesdays,
Yeah.
but I do a nice chunk of time there. So,
I'll be there on father-son workday.
Good. Okay, who's your father?
No, my son is in the assistant department.
Oh my gosh, really? He's so young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Melissa, so good to finally meet you.
Thank you, yes.
You know, have fun up there.
We will.
Try to
Don't
keep,
worry.
Try to keep it down a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Kenny Takahashi.
Yeah.
So good to meet you.
It was great to meet you. And
And I'd love to find out if you ever die. So if you do die, please try to get word to us somehow. You know, because I don't know whether you're an immortal now or not.
okay, yeah, I'll set up a Back to the Future kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Okay. Enough said.
All right.
And I think the only thing left to do here is for the four of us guys here to murder Melissa.
Oh, come on.
Let's
so typical,
get out
man.
get out your weapons. I mean, you're an incel, you said.
You guys should try to kill me, I feel like.
Well, may I pre-cum one more time?
One more.
Just
Go
one
ahead.
more.
14796.
Here we go.
10.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
7, 8, 9, 7.
Hey guys, unfortunately I have some bad news. My name is Hayes. I'm here with my friend Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean.
We're the hosts of Hollywood Handbook. They asked us to come onto this show and break the news to everyone that the show you were just listening to is unfortunately broken.
Yeah, it's really just one of those things. Every once in a while, a podcast fully breaks, and you can't listen to it for a while it's under construction. Sort of, when they shut down the roads and there's like detour signs so that you can still get where you're going, even though it's not the way that you wanted to go. You can detour over to Hollywood Handbook, listen to our podcast instead, just until this podcast is fixed.
Our podcast is running, and I think the podcast you were listening to is going to be broken for about a year.
And honestly, when those detours happen, sometimes I find
You
a new
discover,
route.
make new little discoveries.
better route.
Yes, and find like a roadside diner that's so interesting. The hosts of it are very smart. So listen to Hollywood Handbook. It's a guide to Hollywood, but it's not even really
fake.
that
It
anymore.
sucks.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
I had this book, laughing at me from my bookshelf. Oh, smart boy, you can't read me. Well, I can read you, Jude the Obscure. I'm Michael Ian Black, and this is Obscure, in which I read Jude the Obscure out loud and comment on it as I go. There must be literally tens of people who will go with me on this journey. Subscribe to Obscure wherever you listen.